time is here. Crowds roll loud, feel the fever near. Parkland pride, it's the night we own. KFMO Sports, the heart of the zone. Friday night, the battle's alive. On this field where legends thrive. KFMO, bringing the fire. High school dreams rising higher. Helmets crash under stadium lights. Blood, sweat, tears, fueling the fight. From the kickoff to the final score, Parkland grit forevermore. Friday night, the battle's alive. On this field where legends thrive. KFMO, bringing the fire. High school dreams rising higher. Helmets crash under stadium lights. Blood, sweat, tears, fueling the fight. From the kickoff to the final score, Parkland grit forevermore.
High school football on AM 1240 KFMO.
This is the Gilster Mary Lee pregame show on AM 1240 KFMO. Gilster Mary Lee has manufactured quality food products for over 125 years and is proud to be one of Southeast Missouri's largest employers. The Gilster Mary Lee pregame show on AM 1240 KFMO.
For over 120 years, Gilster Mary Lee's products have been enjoyed in homes all across America. The grocery industry is essential and growing, and so is Gilster Mary Lee. As a private label grocery manufacturer, Gilster Mary Lee has a fleet of over 200 commercial tractors and 900 dry vans, and are currently hiring long-haul and regional company drivers. The loads are round trip, so drivers are home every week. If you're ready for a career with a company that's been in business for over a century, contact Mike Welker at 800-851-5371.
He's a good athlete. Actually, Blake's going to start tonight, Terry Brakefield, but they'll both play.
Sure.
Kaysen has done a really good job for us. He's improved a lot. He's still learning. He's in his first year full-time on the varsity level. And so we're going to try a couple things with Blake tonight, but Kaysen will get in there, and hopefully one of those two will really pull through for us.
Tell me about your line here as well. I do notice, kind of looking at the heights and the weights, that you do have a little bit of size this year, and maybe a couple players that might be a little bit down there on the line, kind of looking to get around the edge. Tell me a little bit about the line and what you've seen so far from them
We are
this
a
year.
little bigger, and I believe we're going to be better. I think we are better up front this year on both sides of the ball. Now, last week we didn't show it, but the first week we were better. So I'm hoping this week that we kind of simplified some things a little bit, and hopefully that's going to help us play faster and better.
I asked the same question to Coach Schweiss. It's still early on in the year, but we're starting to get into the nitty-gritty of it all. Week 3, how's the team health-wise?
Oh, we're healthy. We're fine. We got a couple of dings here and there, but everybody that's been playing is healthy enough to go, so we should be good to go on that front.
Today's opponent, the Central Rebels. Last year, it was a triple overtime game. Really could have gone either way. What are the keys to tonight's matchup? What do you know about the Rebels, and what should we expect?
Well, for us, we're worried about us. We got 0 turnovers. We can't turn the ball over, and we have to tackle. We do those two things. I think we'll have a chance at the end. Obviously, Central's going to have a good ball club. They're well coached. Coach Schweiss does a great job. His assistants do a really good job. They're very fundamentally sound. They're always in the right place, and so we're going to have to play really well and be competent and be sound ourselves to really have a chance.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Coach. Always appreciate talking to you, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Appreciate you. Go Cats.
That's the head coach of the Fredericktown Black Cats, Steve Williams, in his 3rd season, looking to build the program up in his time there, and he's done a really good job of that. They've started the season 0-2 this year, but they are really looking sharp in the early portion of the season. We will take a 3-minute break. When we come back, we will take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. It's opening day and MAFC play for most of the teams as they get conference play started. We'll be back with more after this on the Gilster Mary Lee pregame show, that is, on KFMO.
Complete Vision Care in Leadington proudly started.
Shelter Insurance, Joy speaking.
It's Aubrey. I need to file a claim.
How can I help?
When I got home from school today, I found the house completely in shambles. All the windows are broken, the roof is ripped off, and the kitchen is destroyed.
Put your brother on the phone.
Mitchell, Mom's on the phone.
When the unexpected strikes, you can count on Shelter Insurance to be there when you need us most.
Welcome to Texas Roadhouse in Festus, where legendary flavor meets legendary fun. You know you've arrived the moment you see the sign. Step inside and feel right at home. From our famous fresh-baked rolls to hand-cut steaks grilled to perfection. Every meal is made fresh, served with a smile. Legendary food, legendary service coming together for a legendary experience. Only at Texas Roadhouse in Festus.
Hungry for the best seafood in town? Look no further than Catfish Kettle in Farmington. Dive into golden crispy catfish, mouth-watering crab cakes, and savory grilled salmon, all made fresh and full of flavor. But that's not all. There's so much more to explore on their delicious menu, perfect for family dinners or a night out. Catfish Kettle has something for everyone. Come hungry, leave happy.
Catfish Kettle, over 37 years of great food, great service, and bad parking.
Welcome back in studio. Jared Pettis alongside Braden Cooley on this Friday night, week 3 of the high school football season, and the third week of the year, as always, the open of MAFC play in the area and conference play, if you will, because Farmington, they're in the Southeast Missouri North Division, not the Mineral Area, or the Mississippi Area Conference, I should say. They are in SEMO North. So we will start there with our out-of-town scoreboard here on the Gilster Mary Lee pregame show on AM 1240 KFMO. In Farmington, down Highway 67 just a tad, the Knights, who are 2-0, host the 0-2 Poplar Bluff Mules. That game taking place at Hale Memorial Stadium in Farmington. Down in St. Genevieve, the Valley Catholic Warriors, who are 2-0, take on the Potosi Trojans. The Trojans are 1-1. They got their first win last week, looking to put another one up in the win column, but they got a tough task ahead of them tonight in the undefeated Valley Catholic Warriors. St. Genevieve is on the road at Kennett. The Dragons are 2-0. The Indians are 1-1. The Dragons played sharp in week 1 against St. Vincent in a back-and-forth game, then played really well last week against University City. DeSoto hosts the North County Raiders. The Dragons are 1-1. The Raiders 0-2. Festus and Windsor, they match up tonight in Festus. The Tigers and Owls both 2-0, both leading the Blue Division of the MAFC Conference. And the Hillsboro Hawks are 1-1. They're looking to get back into the win column after a tough one against SLU last week. They play Washington, the Blue Jays, who are 0-2. Out-of-town scoreboard check courtesy of Mineral Area Overhead Door at 1020 Woodlawn Drive just north of Farmington, providing over 40 years of great service to their customers. Visit them at mineralareadoor.com. That's what's happening outside of our broadcast game tonight, Central and Fredericktown. And it's coming up in just a little bit as we wrap it up on the Gilster Mary Lee pregame show on KFMO.
Look, a perfect sandwich symphony. Nothing could be better. Okay, it just got better.
No matter how you order McDelivery, right now get $5 off your entire order of $20 or more.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Struggling with your car but don't have a reliable shop? Wade's Auto Service is a complete maintenance and repair shop in the Parkland area since 2015. Locally owned and operated, Wade's Auto Service wants to be your first choice for all your auto service and repair needs. Plus, they offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile part and labor warranty. Trust Wade's Auto Service, 228 East Harrison Street in Farmington, or give them a call at 573-664-1302.
Shop, earn, redeem. You deserve it. With You Choose Rewards and your Ozarks Federal Debit MasterCard, you can earn points for the rewards you want most. Redeem your points for cash, merchandise, gift cards, or travel. Visit youchooserewards.com to register. Then use your Ozarks Federal Debit MasterCard to earn points. Stock up on groceries, order takeout, watch streaming services, gas up your vehicle, or upgrade your wardrobe, and redeem the points you earned for the rewards you want. The choices are endless. Ozarks Federal, the homeowners bank. Always loyal, always local. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, Jake from State Farm. Check it out.
The old Fumble-Rooski. Or you can bundle home and auto and save money. The old Bundle-Rooski.
Ooh, that's a better play.
Plus, it's more fun to say. Bundle-Rooski. Yeah. Bundle-Rooski, Bundle-Rooski, Bundle-Rooski. Bundle-Rooski-doo. Try it.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan.
He can, though.
Well, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Again, good evening here from Central High School here in Park Hills, Missouri, set for week 3 of the high school football season. The 2-0 Central Rebels taking on the 0-2 Fredericktown Black Cats. Connor Harbit with you here today alongside Zach Pipkin, Jace Odell, and Jewel Booyer up top on camera duty today. And back in the studio, Jared Pettis and Braden Cooley. Fredericktown won the toss. They defer to the second half, which means Central will receive to start things out. 2 men back to receive for the Rebels. That is August Black and Karis Foster. Set to kick it away for the Black Cats. It looks like that will be Carter Jordan, a junior, a kicking and punting specialist. Going to handle the duties here for this opening kickoff. But Zach, again, 2 teams that last year played a barn burner. Do we expect another one here tonight?
Anything can happen, partner. I think obviously the records may be a little bit misleading as to the quality of these 2 teams. We'll see how it goes as we get further into the ballgame.
Yeah, certainly for Fredericktown, maybe. In fact, Central 2-0, but can't say they didn't deserve it, especially with that win in week 2 overtime over Jefferson. Again, Fredericktown maybe licking their wounds a little bit, but playing some tough competition to begin the year. So again, Jordan will mark it off and we'll get underway as Foster and Black await the opening kickoff at about the 10-yard line. You're listening to high school football here on AM 1240 KFMO, KFMOsports.com, and the KFMO app. Jordan will kick it away, and And we've got this week started. It's a short kickoff. Coming up on it is Black. He'll be the return man as he crosses the 30. Runs into a man, gets a couple extra yards before he's taken down at about the 37-yard line. It's a good return here for Black, and the Rebels will have solid field position to start their opening drive.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a higher, not necessarily an intentional pooch kick, but it was a little bit higher. August Black able to run up and get it basically off the shoe tops, and was able to put a nice return together, give Central great starting field position.
Central offense will take a little bit of time here, get some final words of wisdom before marching out to the field. They'll face 1st and 10. Get your American Family Insurance starting lineups after this first play. Again, that was your Boyd & Associates opening kickoff, turning complicated matters into simple concepts. John Boyd with Boyd & Associates has been bringing accounting integrity, character, client focus, and dedication to our local community for 20 years. It will be Brody Pig to start things off at quarterback here for the Rebels. Played 99%, actually 100% of that game in the win over Jefferson. Play is whistled dead. We'll have a false start to start this one out. Nope, actually a delay of game. Excuse me, didn't even notice the play clock hitting 0 there, and so this game will start with a 1st down and 15. But again, Pig playing 100% of the snaps, not something we really expected with what we had heard about the Rebels, but he played, aside from maybe the turnovers, very, very well in that one. He'll take the snap and shotgun, screen play, pass caught by Nick Fowler. He has some blockers in front of him, Dukes to his left, gonna get back to about the original line of scrimmage. Fredericktown able to shed those blockers to get to Fowler before he could really make any good progress. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Let's take a look at that Central starting offense. Of course, we just mentioned it is the sophomore Brody Pig at quarterback. Your running back today, that's defending Little Caesars Pizza player of the game, sophomore August Black. You've got a couple wide receivers. That's Karis Foster, he's a junior, and Nick Fowler, a senior. And then a couple tight ends listed as well, the senior Chad Cosby and the senior Max Woods. 2nd down and 10 is a handoff to Black. He will shake off one tackler, but more Black Cats on the way. It'll be another short gain of 1, 3rd down and 9 incoming. And up front on the line for Central, that's where you see the changes today. At left tackle, it'll be the junior Keegan Sherrill. At left guard, junior Silas Richardson. At center, junior Chandler Lineberger. At right guard, it'll be the senior Dakota Bowers. And that's the right tackle, junior Abel Mills. Again, that's your starting offense for Central, coached by Corey Schweiss, longtime head coach of the Rebels. Later on in the drive here, well, see how this play turns out. We'll get your starting defense for Fredericktown. Fowler sent in motion. Pig in shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Drops back to pass. Looking for the deep ball. Down the field. Has grabbed. That ball is caught. He's past the 25 to the 20. Finally taken down at the Fredericktown 15-yard line. A big pitch and catch. Make it 47 yards. And Pig showing off the arm there on 3rd down to get the Rebels into the red zone.
Absolutely, and that time it was just a straight go route from Devin Graff, and that's a great, that's great trust in your receiver to get basically open and really test this Fredericktown secondary for the first time tonight, and that sets Central up in the red zone early in this ball game.
Well, they placed the ball at the 17, so rather make it a 45-yard pass on 3rd down. Pig again in shotgun, takes a snap, but the play is whistled dead. And it looks like this time it may be a false start here for sure. Got one wrong today. Let's see if we make it 0 for 2 to start. There's something there, but it's on Central. It'll be a 5-yard loss. 1st down and 15. Illegal motion. There you go. So essentially, I was wrong again.
Yeah, and that's already 2 penalties on this drive. And we talked to Corey Schweiss pregame. He said penalties really killed us in the first game. It didn't really kill us last time out against Jefferson, but already two penalties on this opening drive to really set them behind the sticks.
Pig, a keeper on 1st down and 15, gets a couple for, well, we'll make it about 2nd down and 13. Let's quickly get you that Fredericktown starting defense here as we move inside the red zone. We take a look at Fredericktown up front. You're going to have 4 players primarily. Again, didn't really list starters, but you'll have the senior Braylon Barnett. You'll have the junior Maddox Nepper, junior Andrew Robbins, and junior Parker Oatman. You could also see Shane Snodgrass, Caden Crump, or Aiden Schultz up front on the line as well. 3 linebackers, senior Mason Proffer, senior Hunter Royer, and junior Jesse Lewis. And then 4 defensive backs, including junior Connor McMinn, senior Blake Terry Brakefield, junior Caleb Fitz, and senior Derek Irby. It's a handoff here to Karis Foster. He's going to get around the defender to about the 12-yard line. Flags after the play, and it looks like we might have a personal foul incoming. Dakota Bowers with his hands up as if to say, I tried to stop blocking him. We might have a little bit of excessive contact after the whistle. And if it's on Central, that's a bit of a killer.
Yeah, and that was going to be a positive play, but it looks like we're going to be backing it up against Fredericktown.
Yeah, it's actually against Fredericktown. So scratch that thought, and that's going to make it first down and goal. It was going to be about a gain of 10. Instead, it's first down and goal here from the 6. Again, by the way, those are your American Family Insurance starting lineups. Agent Harry Peterson, located at 700 West Karsh Boulevard in Farmington. They're proud to protect the dreams of families right here in our community because supporting you off the field is just as important as cheering with you in the stands. Another handoff to Foster, trying to fight his way into the end zone, but Fredericktown finally able to push him back, but not before he gets to about the 3 or 2 yard line. They'll give him the 2, gain of 4 on the play, second down and goal. Foster really wanted that touchdown.
Yeah, and it was that super eye look that we saw at the end of the last game with Karis Foster in the backfield, kind of at the tail end of that. We've seen August Black back there as well, and they like the shiftiness of Foster going side to side, and he almost found a way into pay dirt.
Second down and goal again from the 2. Super eye formation once again. Pig going to try to force it in himself. Does he have the push from behind? A pile's going to form. No indication yet. Touchdown Central. A 4-minute drive. But Central finds their way through, faced the third down, able to find the deep pass down the right sideline, and from there, it's just a matter of moments before they punch it in for our game's opening score.
Yep, and Central did a good job of not letting the early penalties kind of derail the drive. They did good to be able to get positive yardage on basically every play. They were only stopped for no gain once, and so that it's just a nice opening drive for Corey Schweiss's bunch.
Devin Graff on to attempt the PAT, had the game winner a week ago. This one is up and through the uprights. Central will take a 7-0 lead. Extra points brought to you by Complete Vision Care. They offer quality eye care, premium eyewear, and a customized visual solution for every patient. Locations in Leadington and Festus. The ideal choice for your routine exams and anything regarding your eye care since 1966. 8:20 to go here in the first quarter. Central leads 7-0. You're listening to high school football right here on AM 1240 KFMO.
For over 120 years, Gilster Mary Lee's products have been enjoyed in homes all across America. The grocery industry is essential and growing, and so is Gilster Mary Lee. As a private label grocery manufacturer, Gilster Mary Lee has a fleet of over 200 commercial tractors and 900 dry vans, and are currently hiring long haul and regional company drivers. The loads are round trip, so drivers are home every week. If you're ready for a career with a company that's been in business for over a century, contact Mike Welker at 800-851-5371.
Short kick for Central off of the touchdown, but they play it well. Fredericktown kind of mishandling it, got over the head of one Black Cat, that being Hunter Royer. Zach Botbill back to receive for Fredericktown, tried to return it, but by the time he was able to scoop it up, Central was already on top of him. It will be first down and 10 from the 21-yard line. So we see this Black Cats offense for the first time today, led out by Blake Terry Brakefield. New starting quarterback for the Black Cats. He has played the last 2 weeks, but Fredericktown, much like Central, they like to operate with a couple quarterbacks. Handoff to Botbill on first down. He'll take it to the 25 for a gain of about 4. Make it second down and 6. Two quarterbacks, Kason Whitener, Blake Terry Brakefield, about the same size, 5'11", 5'10", each about 150 pounds. But Terry Brakefield will get the opportunity here on the game's opening drive. Another handoff here to Botbill. And he'll get another yard to make it third down here in about 4 or so.
And it's interesting to see Fredericktown really trying to attack the interior of the Central defensive front. And it looks like they're going to be playing more with 4 down linemen. We normally see them come out in a 3-4 look. And we'll see if that maybe continues, or if maybe the linebackers are just kind of creeping forward trying to load the box up.
Might get to the Fredericktown starting lineup here. Apologies. We'll see how this third down play goes. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers lined up to the left. Central bringing the blitz. Fake handoff to Botbill. It's a screen play thrown out to the left. Derek Irby on the reception. He crosses the 35. He's got the first down as he gets to about the 36-yard line or so. Needed 4, got about 9. First down and 10, Fredericktown. So let's take a look at that Fredericktown starting offense. As we mentioned, it is the senior Blake Terry Brakefield starting things out today, and the senior Zach Botbill will join him in the backfield. Got 4 wide receivers listed. You've got Derek Irby. You've got sophomore Ryder McMinn, junior Caleb Feltz, and junior tight end Caden Crump. And then up front, you'll have 5 linemen. We'll get that after this first down play. It's shotgun formation. Fake the handoff. Terry Brakefield rolling out to his right. He's going to look toward the right sideline, going to keep it himself. Tackle from behind as he crosses the 40 to about the 41. Gain of 5, second down and 5 incoming. So on the left side, they have it listed as the strong tackle. That will be Andrew Robbins. He's a junior. Strong guard. That'll be the senior Aiden Schultz. Quick tackle over on the right side of the line, Matthew Hetty. And then the quick guard is sophomore Colton Collins. And your center today, how about sophomore Bladen Boswell? That is your starting offense for the Fredericktown Black Cats. We'll get the central starting defense here after this second down play. Now into pistol formation. And it's a handoff to Botbill. Botbill just powering his way through. It's going to be third down and short as he gets about 4. It'll be third down and 1. So Central's defense today, you've got 3 up front. It'll be the junior Silas Richardson on the end, nose tackle senior Wesley Williams, and the other defensive end, that's junior Abel Mills. 4 linebackers, senior Dakota Bowers, junior Brody Diaz, senior Max Woods, and senior Chad Cosby. And then you'll have 4 defensive backs, including the senior Nick Fowler, sophomore August Black, junior Karis Foster, and junior Brady Schweiss. We have got ourselves a Central timeout. Central taking a timeout ahead of this third down play. So we will take a timeout as well. Again, starting lineups brought to you by American Family Insurance. Agent Harry Peterson, located at 700 West Karsh Boulevard in Farmington. 5:41 left to go here in the first. 7-0 Central. Listen to high school football here on the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240 KFMO.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for trout fishing, barbecuing, underarching, fountain swimming, road tripping, and show me sing. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
Hi, this is Trent Quiata, owner of Cornerstone Furniture Mattress located in Park Hills. Come in now and enjoy all of our top savings with all the top name brands. We have Smith Brothers, Ashley, Southern Motion, England, and many more. We have all the top name appliances as well. LG, GE, Frigidaire, Bosch, and we offer mattresses. We offer free delivery and setup with 0% financing. Come in now and see our perfect selection and our perfect piece for you. Let us turn your house into a home at Cornerstone Furniture Mattress, located on St. Joe Drive in Park Hills.
School still under out here with 5:41 left to go in the first. During the timeout, as you might remember, it was charged to Central. Head coach Corey Schweiss came out well onto the field to have words with one of the officials. Not quite sure what it could be about, whether it be about a spot or not sure, but ultimately, it's not going to change the game situation any, but something might have irked Schweiss there on the sideline. It'll be third down and 1, ball on the Fredericktown 45. Connor Harbit, Zach Pipkin with you on the call today. AM 1240 KFMO, KFMOsports.com, and the KFMO app. Terry Brakefield going to fake the handoff to Botbill. He's going to be taken down well in the backfield. I think I saw a flag come in there at the back end of that play, though, so we'll have to wait and see. Otherwise, it's going to be a loss of about 3 in a 4th down and 4 scenario.
Yeah, and we'll see what that penalty was on. And going back to the that break, I think they converted it into a water timeout because they pushed both teams back to the sidelines, but Corey Schweiss was at his own hash mark trying to figure out what was going on, as the penalty is a face mask against Central, so that'll give Fredericktown a free first down.
And it looks to be of the personal foul variety as well, so going to be even more yardage as we march into Rebel territory all the way to the Central 42-yard line.
Well, I think the play now is mute, but I think what he was trying to convey to the official was the pile was formed up 2 or 3 yards behind where they spotted the ball. I think that was what he was arguing about, but man, he was heated getting into all the officials out there.
First down and 10, Fredericktown. Terry Brakefield on the option, keeps it himself, gets into the secondary, has himself another first down. This time he gets to about the 27-yard line, gain of 15. And well, you can say the last time he ran that option, maybe made the wrong choice to keep it himself. That time, very much the better decision there as he had a wide open gap.
Yeah, and I think he was trying to pass it, and I think he was able to just find a crease. And, you know, he is on the smaller side of being a quarterback, so he was kind of able to blend in with his lineman and try to just power forward, and he found a nice little gap. And nice to see him kind of getting off to a nice start here for these Black Cats.
Botbill an inch shorter than Whitener, but he is a little bit more powerfully built. Handoff here to Mason Proffer on 1st down and 10. He gets his first carry of the day. He'll take it to the, still marking it off. How about the 21? Solid gain. That'll make it 2nd down and 3 as we send it to the studio for a quick update. Jared, what you got?
Connor, I got a score out of Kennett. The Dragons out of St. Genevieve playing the Kennett Indians. Jesse Schilly goes 22 yards to the house on the ground. Point after, good. 7-0 Dragons. Back to you guys.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 21. Terry Brakefield again fakes the handoff. Again, it's another quarterback keeper. No, he decides to pass it. Great choice. Has his man Caden Crump. He'll take it down to the 5-yard line. And we have an injured Rebel after the play. Down is Max Woods. He's on his knees, but he's already back up and heading off toward the sideline. I was 95% sure Terry Brakefield was going to keep that one, but no, he saw Crump open up, and he passed that right before he crossed that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it was almost kind of the more traditional sidearm pass that we see so common in the NFL now, as he was really close to the line of scrimmage. I thought maybe he had crossed over it, but he was able to find his man and get his men inside the 10-yard line, and they're actually going to back it up a yard, so make it 1st and goal from the 6.
1st and goal, as you said, on the 6-yard line. Fredericktown trying to tie things back up, or at least get back to within a point, pending any PAT tries. Again, Fredericktown does have a designated kicker, but we're going to have a timeout taken. This one's going to be taken by the Black Cats. So, Coach Steve Williams going to take his first timeout. Each team will have 2 remaining for the first half. We take a timeout as well. 3:45 left to go in the first quarter of play. Central leads by 7 at the moment. 7-0. You're listening to high school football here on the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240, KFMO.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for trout fishing, barbecuing, underarching, fountain swimming, road tripping, and show me sing. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
You're watching high school football on KFMO Sports Live. You're watching.
And by New Era Bank.
1st down and goal from the 6-yard line. Handoff to Botbill. He has nowhere to go. He's going to lose yardage. Backs up 2 yards to the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal. 3:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Central leads 7-0. A 2-yard touchdown run for Brody Pigg, the difference maker, and a Devin Graff PAT. Connor Harbit, Zach Pipkin on the call tonight. Up top, Jay Sodal, Jewel Booyer on camera. Back in the studio, Jared Pettis and Braden Cooley. Pistol formation, Terry Brakefield, the QB, hands it off here to Botbill. Botbill going to try his luck again. Flag thrown on the play. Gets across the 5. Pyle's going to form and push him back. I think the initial spot is going to be about the 5-yard line, but we got to see where this flag goes.
Yep, and it came from the middle of the field, so it looks like it'll be a holding against Fredericktown, and that's the call.
So that'll negate what would have been about a gain of 3. It'll still be 2nd down here. But they'll be backed up beyond the 15 all the way back to the 18-yard line. And again, Fredericktown still facing a goal line situation here, so we'll need to get a little bit on their high horse here. Going to need to look for the big play, perhaps.
Got 3 plays to get it in the end zone. Need about 6 yards of play. And this Fredericktown offense, they've had a pretty solid first opening drive.
Shotgun formation, 1 wide receiver each side. Terry Brakefield looking for the slant route across the middle, looking for Caleb Feltz. He can't hang on, though. Good coverage across the middle of the field. That was Nick Fowler, the DB. Credit him with breaking up the pass on that play. Had a little bit of help over the top from Brady Schweiss that time. It'll be 3rd down and 17, 3rd down and goal, I should say, from the 17.
Yep, and that time it was just a bullet pass that was going to be in a tight window. It was going to be an incredible catch either way, and that time Feltz just unable to hang on to the ball, and that's the first incomplete pass we've seen in this ball game.
Took the words right out of my mouth. 2 for 3 today. Has completions of 9 and 15 today. But couldn't find his man across the middle. Hand off to Proffer. Proffer looking to pass. Throws it, and it's intercepted by Cosby. No, his foot was out of bounds. It'll be 4th down and goal. That was a halfback pass. They gave it off to Proffer, who kind of had a man already bearing down on him. Kind of just chucked one up. The intended receiver in the area was Botbill. Cosby was really the only man who had a chance to bring that one down, but I guess his foot was just barely out of bounds. Still, though, it'll be 4th down and goal from the 17. We'll see if Fredericktown maybe brings on a field goal unit. Don't know if they much have a kicking team. They do have a dedicated kicker, but we saw it was a short kick in the opening play of the game.
Yeah, and that play may have been just a little too cute for the situation and the time that you're in. You know, obviously that's something that you may want to try to pull out later in the ballgame to surprise somebody, but from 3rd and goal from the 18, that's an interesting decision.
Well, we'll have another timeout here before 4th down taken by Fredericktown. They are down to 1 timeout remaining here for this first half. We take a very quick timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agent Mike Sansagrao on St. Genevieve Avenue in Farmington, and Jonathan Steffen on North State Street in Deloge. Contact them today for a free quote on auto, home business, or life insurance. We'll just send you back to the studio. Jared, what you got for us?
Guys, I got a score out of St. Genevieve, another one. Ethan Ottens with a 32-yard reception touchdown. 14-0 Dragons after Ottens hits his second PAT of the game. And Festus leads Windsor late in the first quarter, 7-0. Elsewhere, North County's at DeSoto tonight, Potosi's at Valley Catholic. That's all conference play. Farmington battling Poplar Bluff at home. We'll send it back to you guys at Park Hills.
Thank you, Jared. Again, that was a Fredericktown timeout. They've got 1 remaining for the first half. It'll be 4th down and goal. It's a 4 wide receiver set. Terry Brakefield all alone in the backfield. You've got Botbill, Feltz, and Irby all to the left. I assume the lone man to the right. That would, I believe, be Ryder McMinn. Terry Brakefield takes a snap. No, it's Crump lined up to the right. Terry Brakefield trying to create some magic. Throws it towards the end zone. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. Terry Brakefield having to dance around some blitzers on that play. Max Woods, the linebacker, one of the men bearing down on him, kind of just lobbed one up for the back corner into kind of a jump ball situation, but he threw it a little bit too hard for really anybody to go get that one. Central has themselves a turnover here.
Yeah, and Central's gotten really good pressure off the ends of that line, and that time the play was designed for him to go ahead and roll out, kind of bootleg to his left, and there was already a defender right there, and he had to shake and bake and try to make some magic happen and just wasn't able to find his man in the blue turf down in the end zone, and that's a turnover on downs for Fredericktown.
Pig back out here for this second drive. Central starting again, 1st down and 10 on their own 17. Had much better starting field position for their first drive of the day. Pig takes a snap. It's a running back screen caught by Black. Black with some room. He's going to get past the 25 to around the 30, maybe the 32-yard line as Black lowers his shoulder, drops the boom for a couple extra yards. It's a gain of 15 on 1st down. We'll move the chains and do it again.
Yep, and that time it was just a good job by his blockers out front to basically give him some space. He was able to kind of shrug off some upper body shoulder tackles and was able to kind of lower the boom, like you said, and get his way out of bounds.
Yeah, we know Black, definitely a player to watch for Central, not just this year, but for the years to come, just a sophomore. But he's very strong, also very quick, kind of the complete package. Definitely a player that Central lucked out into is not the right term there. Obviously, maybe grew up here in the Park Hills area, but definitely nice to have a young guy like that who's going to be generating some stats over the next couple of years. Quarterback keeper here for Pig. Speaking of young players with a couple of more years, Pig's going to find himself about a gain of 11. Second straight 1st down. Central's rolling here, already up to the Rebel 43-yard line.
Yep, and that time it was just a straight quarterback designed run from the shotgun, and normally you don't see gaps open up like that, but he was just kind of able to bounce off and ping-pong around in the scrum in there and was able to basically push his way forward.
2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Pig, quick pass on the out route. Ball caught by Fowler. Jukes to his right. Steps on the sideline, still on his feet. Got a lot of extra yards there, kind of dancing along that right sideline. Into Fredericktown territory we go, down to the Black Cat 40. Our sideline officials dancing around over there. How about the 42? We go from one 42 to the other. Gain of 16.
Yep, and that time Fowler, he did a great job tiptoeing, and he nearly stepped out of bounds probably 2 or 3 times on that play alone, and was able to keep his feet within the white lines and was able to pick up a nice chunk of change. And like you mentioned, partner, Central is already moving this ball quite well.
Yet to see a second down here on this drive. Pig with the keeper. Hit by Proffer. Second man coming in, that being Oatman for Fredericktown. Hard hit, but Pig already back up. We'll see a second down now after a gain of 2. Second down and 8, ball placed on the Black Cat 40-yard line.
Yep, and I like the way that Brody Pig has come out to start this ball game. Not afraid to take pressure, not afraid to take hits, able to kind of put the ball in the right places because we saw him have maybe a really tough game last week against Jefferson. He's come out and looking really good so far here in week 3.
Yeah, he's really taking the reins here kind of in this starting role. Pig dropping back to pass on second down. Ball is caught out on the left-hand side of the field, that being Brody McIntyre. Spins around, gets the first down as we get to about the 31-yard line. Gain of 9. Pig 5 for 5 to start this game through the air and already racking up the yardage. Nothing really fancy on that route that time, just a simple out route. Pig able to float one up, and Fredericktown kind of playing soft on the receivers that time. Brody Cole was able to bring it in there to get the yardage.
Yep, and he was able to kind of make a quick cut and loop around the defender that was out there, put his hand in the dirt, and was able to get probably another 5 yards after the catch.
Could be the final play here of the first quarter. Keeper for Pig. As he gets a modest gain here, looks to be about 4 or 5. And yeah, that will be the final play here in this first quarter. So a 2-yard touchdown run for Brody Pig, well, sets the stage as Central will take a lead into the second quarter, 7-0. They are outside the red zone, but knocking on the door. When we come back, we'll swap sides and start it all over again. Another 12 on the board. You're listening to high school football here on AM 1240 KFMO.
Everybody's going home. Pool and spa.
Turn your backyard into paradise with Home Pools and Spas in Leadington. From in-ground pool installations, a durable liner, or sleek fiberglass design to year-round pool and spa services. And the retail store is open all year long to help maintain your pool and spa. Trust Home Pools and Spas to make your backyard the ultimate retreat. Visit them today and they'll bring your vision to life. Home Pools and Spas, where paradise begins.
High school football on KFMO Sports Live. Watching high school football on KFMO Sports Live.
Got that Super Bowl rematch coming up this weekend. Pre-game at noon, kickoff at about 1 o'clock or so. Again, you can listen right here on AM 1240 KFMO. Second down and 5, ball on the 26-yard line as we start the second quarter. Central leads Fredericktown 7-0. Play is, we had a bit of a half-hearted whistle there, looking for a flag. I don't see one. Was that an accidental whistle, or?
I think we're about to find out, as it's the near side judge who's walking out and may have gotten a timeout by Central, if I had to guess.
No indication here, but the two teams have head off over to the sideline. You had about half the players on the field stop playing. The other half kind of continue on, and that can kind of be not dangerous, maybe dangerous, depending on what quite happens. It's not ideal, especially if maybe one of your players who stops playing gets kind of trucked by somebody maybe who still is. But whatever it is, they still have 2 timeouts on the board here for Central. There's been no indication that the Rebels did take a timeout. And Fredericktown still has their one as well. So still, we've run 7 seconds off the clock.
Which if that play never got off, we should be starting with a full 12 minutes.
Yeah, well, yeah, we are. So they did just put up 12 on the board. So forget that just happened. Let's get it going here. Again, second down and 5, ball on the 26-yard line.
Cole set in motion over to the right, and now we'll get a flag that blows the whistle dead. And it looks like it's going to be a penalty here on Central. False start here on the Rebels.
And that's the third pre-snap penalty in this ballgame already for Central, and that has really it hasn't necessarily hampered their drives yet as they've come on early downs, but that is something that Corey Schweiss really stressed to us pregame, was that they have not played clean yet, and I think these penalties may start to add up here if they continue on in this ballgame.
4 wide receivers set, Black in the backfield alongside Pig. You've got Cole and Foster to the left. Pig takes a snap, it's a designed keeper into the second line, and he'll get most of those yards back here on 2nd down and 10. It'll be about 3rd down and 6. Looks to be 4 here for the quarterback. Pig also the workhorse back so far for Central. Now up to 6 carries for the day. That includes that 2-yard touchdown run back in the first. 30 seconds gone by here in the second quarter against 7-0 Central. Foster sent in motion. Looking for the snap, looking to get Fredericktown to jump. The Black Cats don't bite. Now they'll run the play. Pig, quick screen over to Foster. What can he do with it? He's going to cross the 25. Around the first down marker, he's pushed out of bounds. And it looks like he may, we'll have to get the spot first, but he's awfully close to that marker. And another simple screenplay for Central. Sometimes you just don't really have to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes you just need to give it to an athlete and let him do what he does best.
Absolutely, and they've been challenging this Fredericktown's secondary to kind of cover them side to side rather than up the middle, and it's paid out pretty well so far, as Brody Pig is now 6 of 6 to start his evening.
1st down and 10. They did give him the 1st down. Ball on the 20-yard line. We're in the red zone for the 2nd time tonight. On the Fredericktown side, that is. Pig going to hand it off here to Black. He's swallowed up for maybe minimal gain. As that Fredericktown defensive line able to get to him immediately that time. 2nd down and 10. No gain on the play.
Yeah, nice job to stiffen up on that play, kind of try to take some of the wind out of the sails of the Rebels and try to get them a little bit behind the sticks, as there was a no gain that time.
And you've got some athletes up on that front 4. You've got your tight end, Caden Crump, who also lines up as a wide receiver, tight end, kind of hybrid on that end. Then you have some big guys in the middle. 2nd down and 10. Pig takes a snap. It's another quick out route caught by Foster. One-on-one, able to evade one would-be tackler, but that just gives more Black Cats time to get to him here. He's going to be taken down the backfield for a loss. The initial man there, that was Connor McMinn, who is the team's leading tackler as a defensive back. You don't see that every day. Wasn't able to get the tackle himself, but he spun Foster around, and Foster wasn't really able to get going, move north to south, as the Black Cats were able to kind of close in on him there. It'll be 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, and that's just a good job of playing team defense, kind of making the initial stand. You don't necessarily have to make the tackle, but you have to slow them up just enough to let the cavalry arrive and kind of help clean everything up.
Pig, keeper, trying to follow Black through the hole. Spun around and taken down as he gets about 3. And Central's going to face a 4th down here at the 18-yard line. And we've got another hurt Rebel. There is a Rebel still down there. The official is in front of the number, but it looks like it's going to be one of those linemen, and it looks like that would be, I believe, that is Dakota Bowers, who is hurt for the Rebels. So we'll go ahead and take ourselves a break as they check on Bowers down on the field. It seems to be a right leg issue. 9:42 left to go here in the second quarter. Central leads 7-0. It's 4th down and 8 when we come back. You're listening to high school football here in the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240, KFMO.
Get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 from Little Caesars. Look at that buttery flavored garlic spread sprinkled with Parmesan. Try Crazy Crust for $6.99 for a limited time.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait, I need to mention how there's over a dozen toppings to choose from.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait, I want to reiterate how legit this Crazy Crust is. It's good. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait! Gotcha!
back in studio. Got a quick update before we get you back out to Connor Harbit and Zach Pipkin down the road at Rebel Stadium. Festus leads Windsor early in the second quarter, 21-0. Farmington on the board first against Poplar Bluff with a passing touchdown. 1 minute left in the first quarter, 7-0 Knights. Back out to you guys. That's the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Mineral Area Overhead Door.
Thank you, Jared. Again, Dakota Bowers, the injured Rebel on the previous play. He is able to walk to the sideline under his own power, but with a pronounced limp on that right leg. So they will check on him. Michael McMeekin listed on the depth chart as his replacement, although looks like they are going to do some shuffling on the line elsewhere. So we'll try to get his replacement here, but it is 4th down and 8, and Central's going to go for it. Pig takes a snap as he rolls out toward his right. Looking back across his body, has Fowler. Ball is caught about the 10-yard line, and it looks like Central's going to convert here on 4th down. Needed 8, got about 10. It'll be 1st and goal here from the 8-yard line.
Yeah, and that time everybody was rolling to the far sideline, and Fowler was just kind of able to break free and kind of wait for that pass from Pig. And that was just a well-thrown ball as the Rebels are now inside the 10-yard line once again. We'll see if they try to go power.
1st down and goal from the 8. Again, that's a tricky pass for Pig to make. Most quarterbacks do not like throwing kind of back across their body. If you're a right-handed quarterback, you don't really want to be throwing to the left, but had all kinds of time to set his feet and really make sure he had that ball on target. 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Handoff to Black on 1st down. Hit, but falls forward to about the maybe 7, maybe 6-yard line. It'll be about 2 or 3. 2nd down and goal.
Really haven't seen August Black's number called a whole lot in this ball game. We'll see if maybe that will be a factor later on.
Couple substitutions here. Brody Diaz onto the field for Central. Diaz, a player we see mostly used in the offensive way. Not listed on the depth chart for this week's offense. But Diaz is going to kind of line up as the fullback here in this formation. You've got Black and Foster, halfbacks in this Super I. Handoff to the deep back. It's Foster, somehow able to clear his way and score. Touchdown Central. Well, I'll tell you what, there was a huge pile of bodies, and somehow Foster stays upright, kind of dances his way in for the 6-yard score, 13-0 Central.
Yeah, but it was a different kind of jumbo package look for Central this week compared to last week against Jefferson. And like you mentioned, Foster, he was kind of able to just kind of pick and choose his way through the mass of bodies on that right side of the line. He was able to kind of cut back across the field and was able to dance his way into the end zone.
PAT attempted by Devin Graff, trying to make it a 14-point lead, up and away, end over end, and through. Extra point brought to you by Complete Vision Care, offering quality eye care, premium eyewear, and a customized visual solution for every patient. Locations in Leadington and Festus. The other choice for glasses, contacts, and suitable eye health since 1966. A 7-yard touchdown run for Karis Foster puts the Rebels out by 2 scores, 14-0 with 8:09 left to go in the half. It's high school football right here on the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240 KFMO.
Big deals. These days, we all want our money to go just a little bit further. We also want to support local businesses. When you visit the Big Deals online store, you can do both. Shop anytime. The store is always open and loaded with great deals. Buy discounted gift certificates to local businesses and spend them just like cash. Visit online or download the Big Deals app to shop right from your phone. Shop local, buy local with Big Deals.
To save big, go to b104fm.com or kfmo.com and click on the Big Deals logo.
The return man ends up being a good call on his part as eventually, and just barely, rolls out of bounds around the 10-yard line. So Fredericktown will get good field position for what is their second drive of the game. Haven't had a whole lot of drives here in this one, mostly because these two teams have kept that clock running. We haven't really seen too many plays to stop the clock tonight.
No, and it's been a lot of forward momentum and a lot of long churning drives. Fredericktown had a really nice drive, and then it kind of stalled out in the red zone with the holding penalty, and that kind of really derailed any momentum they had. And now they're going to try to find an answer here with about 8 minutes left to go on this first half clock.
Terry Brakefield will come back out to lead the offense once again. This is their third offensive drive of the game. Handoff here to Botbill, the deep back on first down. He'll get a yard. It'll be second down and 9. Well, no, this is. Unless I've somehow gotten all up into a tizzy. First drive did end in a turnover on downs.
Yes.
And I think that's all they've gotten tonight.
Yes. We've had 2 drives each side now with that last play.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm at. I might be from the future. Second down and 9. We'll send it to the studio for a brief update after this play. As Terry Brakefield takes a snap and again hands it off to Botbill. Botbill's got some guys ahead of him. Just follows the big man through the gap for a solid gain of about 6 or 7. It'll be third down and short as we send it over to Jared for another update.
Quickly, Connor, a 15-play, 70-yard drive for Potosi as they score first against Valley Catholic late in the first quarter, 7-0. Valley answered less than 2 minutes later into the second quarter, a 9-yard rushing touchdown by the birthday boy, Evan Fowler. PAT good, they're tied in St. Genevieve.
That was a gain of 5 for Botbill on second down and then a gain of 1 on third down. That'll make it fourth down and 3 here for Fredericktown. Ball on the Black Cat 42-yard line. And so far haven't shown like they're going to punt the football. Did have a punter listed. That would be Terry Brakefield. But he does line up in shotgun formation. They're going to run a play here. Fakes the handoff. Throws it out to Feltz on the screen, but his knee is on the ground. It's another turnover on downs, and the Rebels take over in Fredericktown territory.
Yeah, that was just going to be a tough pitch and catch anyway to try to give Feltz any kind of forward momentum and put Terry Brakefield in a spot where he could actually get him a ball kind of in stride. And yeah, that's a tough decision. I don't mind the aggressiveness trying to get an answer here early in this ball game, but that play call just did not set their team up for success, and that gives Central great field position as they'll start at the Fredericktown 40.
Yeah, Central has not had trouble moving the ball today. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. But this will be their best field position here tonight. First down and 10. Pig still the quarterback. He'll take the snap, throws it out to the left. Ball caught by Foster. Foster wrapped up and taken down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be second down and 10. The initial throw was about 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage to allow Foster to maybe get that downhill speed going. Problem was Fredericktown able to keep out in front of him. We're more than happy to meet him at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down again from the 40 as we near the halfway point.
And I think Fredericktown's really kind of tightened up that cushion that they're giving these Central receivers, as they're not really going to allow them to have anything kind of out in the flats, as that's really what's hurt them so far early in this ball game. We'll see if Central maybe counters with some more deep strikes, and got a timeout, and I think we are going to have a water break.
That will be an official timeout for a water break before we could get to the second down and 10. 5:59 on the clock here. Second down and 10. When we come back, 14-0 Rebels. With the Rebels starting this drive in good field position. We'll see if they can't make it 3 scores before the break. You're listening to High School Football here on the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240, KFMO.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for trout fishing, barbecuing, underarching, fountain swimming, road tripping, and show me sing. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
Here on second down and 10, Nick Fowler trying to move down the right sideline, dives forward. Gonna get about, it's close to the first down marker. Looks like they're gonna give him the 31, which means he'll end up a yard shy. Third down and 1. Here, 5:50 left to go in the half. Central leading 14-0. Week 3 of the high school football season. Connor Harbit, Zach Pipkin here calling the action tonight. Up top on the roof, Jay Sodal, Jewel Booyer on camera. And then back in Studio Central, Jared Pettis and Braden Cooley, a 6-man crew for you here on this Friday night. Glad you could join us wherever that may be. Pig hands it off on 3rd down and 1. Black fighting for that yard, and it looks like he got it. Needed one, got one. It'll be 1st down and 10. Ball on the Fredericktown 30-yard line.
We're waiting on them to move the sticks, and I think they will now. And
yeah, it's almost certainly a 1st down.
Yeah, they gave.
I don't think there was any argument there. That ball was well in front of the 30.
Yeah, he got the 30 and about a ball length after that. So, new set of downs for the Rebels as they've been very efficient in moving the ball forward in this ball game. Not really taking many chances, kind of backwards. They've been very, very consistent in moving the ball forward and getting good drives out of it.
1st down and 10. Pig and shotgun sends a man in motion. It's a handoff, wide receiver reverse. Fowler, his first carry of the day as he cuts it upfield to about the 26. Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Fowler had to kind of evade one would-be tackler in the backfield. Once he got around, decided, you know what? I might just try to cut it upfield and see what we can get here. Gets 4.
And Fredericktown's had decent pressure kind of getting into the backfield. They just really haven't been able to stop the athleticism that Central has kind of in that backfield with Foster and Black and Pig and Fowler. We really haven't seen them be able to get a loss. They've been able to get back in there and cause a little bit of chaos. But Central's been very composed in trying to get forward yardage.
Only backwards play today for Central was through the air. They lost 1. Here is a throw out to the flats. Karis Foster with the catch. Pushes his blocker out of the way. Pushed out of bounds. At about the 17-yard line. Gain of 9 and a 1st down for Central. We're inside the red zone with a new set of downs. Foster, that's his 3rd catch of the day. No, excuse me. Yeah, no, 4th catch of the day. Good for 15 yards today. Averaging just under 4 yards per catch. 1st down and 10. Again, ball on the Fredericktown 17 inside the red zone. Pistol formation. Pig takes a snap. It's a handoff to Black. Black is swallowed up. Gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. And you and I were talking about this over the break. Dakota Bowers had to come over to the sideline. Still on the bench, still out of the game. Had to bring in the backup. And Central's not really been able to find that same success up the middle that they were earlier in the game.
No, and they're really trying to get something established there. And Fredericktown's done a good job of really clogging that up, but they still have not been able to really effectively stop going the east to west plays. They've been able to stop north and south, but on the edges they've been kind of been gashed a little bit. They may have to get tightened up here in the second half, and the end of the first half is we're under 4 minutes to go.
Pig going to try to take it up the middle himself. Hit in the backfield. Flag is thrown. Going to be a gain of 3 or 4 before the flag. It's holding called here on Central. We're going to back it up. It'll be 2nd down, but it'll be 2nd down and 20.
Yep, and that flag came from the referee behind the play, and he was very decisive in his call, and that'll put Central behind the sticks. And they've had at least one penalty every drive so far tonight, partner, and I don't think that's how Corey Schweiss and his bunch probably drew it up, but it hasn't really hindered them so far as they've been kind of able to counteract that. But that's their first penalty that wasn't of the 5-yard variety, so now they're going to be really kind of backs to the wall a little bit.
Ball's now on the 27-yard line. Again, 2nd down and 20. 3:43 left to go in the first half. Man set in motion, that's Fowler. He takes the handoff. Tries to again cut it upfield. We get more flags. Gain of 1 or 2 before the penalty comes in. But this time it came in at the end of the play. So while we figure that out, let's send it back to studio. Jared.
Connor, thanks. Noah Lashley gets North County on the board a minute before halftime, leading DeSoto 7-0. A 15-yard rushing touchdown, point after good. Back to you guys.
We got an accidental face mask here in Park Hills called against Fredericktown. So despite maybe only getting 1 or 2 on the carry, Central will get credit for 5 as they make it 2nd down and 15. Ball now on the 22 of the Black Cats, now under 3.5 to go here in this first half. Central getting the play from the sideline. Play clock lines down to about 10. Pig again in shotgun formation with Black joining him in the backfield. 2 wide receivers each side. Pig will look to his right. Ball might have been tipped. It falls incomplete. I say might have been. It definitely was. And that might have been the defensive end, Caden Crump, getting around and getting a hand on it.
Yeah, well, that breaks up Brody Pigg's 11 for 11 night, as he'll now be 11 of 12. He's been very efficient through the air, not making any unnecessary decisions. He's been able to kind of all the short yardage throws, been really easy pitches and catches, and that time, like you mentioned, just able to kind of, the Fredericktown defense was kind of able to get a paw up and knock it kind of to the side.
So 3rd down and 15, almost certainly 4 down distance. Dropping back, it's a design screenplay, but Black nowhere to go. Playing that one perfectly was Mason Royer. The linebacker for Fredericktown knew that play was coming around, immediately locked on to Black, and drops him for a big loss. All the way back to the 26-yard line, a loss of 4. And it's 4th down and 19 to go. And Central's got a choice now. They have a kicker. We've seen Devin Graff, but it's a long, long field goal, about 46 yards or so. So I think you just kind of go for it and hope for the best.
Yep, I think that would be stretching his range. As we saw him, he had the leg for the 35-yarder at the end of regulation last week, but that'd be quite a stretch, especially from the near hash where you'd have to be trying to push it rather than pull that ball back across the field.
Yeah, so they're just going to go for it here on 4th down and 19. Most likely just going to see him air it out. Pig dropping back, looking toward the left sideline, going toward the end zone, limping up and making the grab. It's Brody Cole, 1st down Central. Well, just air it up and hope for the best, and that's exactly what Central did as Pig puts a dime into Brody Cole, and it's 1st down and goal for the Rebels. Nice ball there. I thought they were going to go to Foster down the left sideline. Instead, Pig maybe kind of fools me, maybe fools you. Nothing gets by you. I don't know why I'm saying that, but ultimately finds a gain of 22 to set up 1st down and goal from the 4.
Nice route up the seam by Brody Cole, and able to kind of find him there and sets Central up in great field position.
Jumbo formation. Karis Foster gets the handoff, and he pushes way in. Touchdown Central. 2nd touchdown run of the day for Foster, this time from 4 yards out. And the Rebels take a 3-score lead here in the first half. Pending the PAT, 20-0 Rebels.
Yep, and that time just giving the ball off to Foster kind of from, like you mentioned, 4 yards out, and he was able to pick his way through, kind of how the last touchdown run occurred for him, and he's been in the end zone twice, and that's normally where we normally see him, as he's one of the best athletes that Central has.
Bad hold. Graff somehow gets that ball away. We did have a flag thrown. Kick ends up way short, but let's see where this flag is before we move on over. I think it might, well, I think it's going to be on Fredericktown, and Central is going to send out the conversion unit. They're going to try to go for 2 here.
Yeah, but it was one of the gunners on the near side kind of got a little bit of an early start, and so that'll half the distance, and we'll see Central go for 2 now and try to get the extra point along with the extra yard.
Well, Central will get a second chance here. Again, not sure if the problem was on the snap or the hold. Somehow, Braden Patterson was able to get that ball down so Graff could at least get some airtime on it. But it was way, way short. The lineup and power eye. Pig just going to go for the quarterback sneak. It looks like he's got the push behind him. Piles right on the goal line. They'll say it's good. 2 points for Central. So it's a 3-score lead for the Rebels, 22-0. With 2:21 left to go here in this first half. We'll take a quick break and come right back. You're listening to High School Football Week 3 here on the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240 KFMO.
Shelter Insurance, Joy speaking.
It's Aubrey. I need to file a claim.
How can I help?
When I got home from school today, I found the house completely in shambles. All the windows are broken, the roof is ripped off, and the kitchen is destroyed.
Put your brother on the phone.
Mitchell, Mom's on the phone.
When the unexpected strikes, you can count on Shelter Insurance to be there when you need us most.
Try. Puts the Central Rebels up here in the first half, 22-0 with 2:21 left to go. Here in the half at least. Connor Harbit, Zach Pipkin with you. We've got a short break here before the kickoff. Now we'll get underway as Neff sends one again toward the left sideline. This time going to be returned by Terry Brakefield. Has to kind of shuffle his feet to get forward movement here, but he's going to find his way through for a big return. He's past the 45, the 40, and the 30. He's going to be eventually taken down. Well, they're going to give him the 32. A big return for Terry Brakefield, but there is a flag back at the 40-yard line. Terry Brakefield, I thought, was going to get swallowed up. It took him a long time to get going, but once he did, it seemed like he basically just knew where to go. Unfortunately, for Fredericktown, they might not get to keep the yardage here.
Yep, and everybody's starting to walk back towards the location of that flag as the officials are still having a discussion about it. It's probably going to be a hold. I don't think it was a block in the back, as there was a Rebel that over-pursued Terry Brakefield on the return, and he was able to kind of cut back behind him and get to the sideline.
Fredericktown already marching back, as actually we're going to get the other official in. It is going to be a penalty on Fredericktown. The question is, where do we place this football? It won't be in Rebel territory, we know that much. Terry Brakefield has his arm stretched out wide, and he doesn't really know what's going on here or where the flag may come in. But it's going to march him back a long way. It's a substitution infraction. They're going to say somebody ran out of bounds and came back in. And I think, well, who would that have been? Terry Brakefield caught that one just outside the right hash.
Yeah, and he was basically the closest player near sideline here. Yeah, I'm not sure where that infraction comes from. That may be the first time I've ever seen a substitution penalty go against somebody mid-return.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the penalty. You can't be the first to touch the ball if you go out of bounds. It's the same thing in basketball as well, in case you were curious. But it's the call here, and it takes Fredericktown all the way back to their own 25-yard line. So if you're wondering the yardage on that penalty, essentially, it is a 45-yard penalty or so. The ball was going to be at the central 32. So a little less than 45, 43 yards. I'll just go ahead and be specific. It'll be first down and 10. Still 2:09 left to go in the half. But Fredericktown just one timeout remaining. Terry Brakefield takes a snap here on first down, tucks it, going to run. No, this is actually going to be Kason Whitener, the second QB, with Terry Brakefield kind of taking a running back role. Whitener looking to run. He gets about maybe a yard, second down and 9. Again, Whitener, the first 2 weeks of the season, has mostly been the starting QB. More pass attempts, more rushing yards, and the like. But Fredericktown going for a different look today. Here's a ball thrown, slant route across the middle. Was that ball intercepted? I think it was. Interception central. Nick Fowler coming through, jumping in front of the ball on the inside slant. And Central has great field position as they will try to make this a 4-score game before the half.
Yeah, but in that time, like you mentioned, it was just a good job by Fowler to kind of overcut that route, kind of get in front of the receiver Feltz, and thought maybe Feltz had come up with it anyway, but Fowler did a good job to corral that and get right down on the ground, and that'll give Central the ball at the Fredericktown 30 with 1:40 left to go and 2 timeouts. They're in prime position to, like you mentioned, make it a 4-score game.
Our first turnover of the game. Didn't see a turnover on downs earlier, but our first pure turnover of the game means the Central Rebels take over. First down and 10, ball on the 30. Pig sends a man in motion, takes a snap, looking toward the right sideline, just going to air it up into double coverage, and that ball is caught. Touchdown Central. How did Devin Graff come up with that football? Into double coverage. I'm going to be honest with you, Zach. It wasn't really the best choice, but somehow Graff is able to come up with that ball and fall into the end zone for a Rebel touchdown.
Well, sometimes the breaks just fall your way, partner. I think that play was designed to be that way anyway. We saw that play work earlier in the ballgame. That was a 45-yard connection between Pig and Graff, and that time they were able to he was basically in the middle, like you mentioned, double coverage, and was able to just kind of rip it away from everybody else and roll into the end zone. I think the officials even were kind of surprised that he had the ball. He looks up and was like, where's my touchdown? And they finally gave it to him.
Well, Graff will make it a 7-pointer for himself as he boots it through the uprights to make it 29-0 here in the first half. 1:31 left on the clock. Again, here in the second quarter. 30 yards from Pig to Graff. We'll come right back. You're listening to high school football right here on the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240 KFMO.
Welcome to Texas Roadhouse in Festus, where legendary flavor meets legendary fun. You know you've arrived the moment you see the sign. Step inside and feel right at home. From our famous fresh-baked rolls to hand-cut steaks grilled to perfection. Every meal is made fresh, served with a smile. Legendary food, legendary service coming together for a legendary experience. Only at Texas Roadhouse in Festus.
Hungry for the best seafood in town? Look no further than Catfish Kettle in Farmington. Dive into golden crispy catfish, mouth-watering crab cakes, and savory grilled salmon, all made fresh and full of flavor. But that's not all. There's so much more to explore on their delicious menu, perfect for family dinners or a night out. Catfish Kettle has something for everyone. Come hungry, leave happy.
Catfish Kettle, over 37 years of great food, great service, and bad parking.
A man, but is tripped up and taken down about at the 36-yard line. Another solid return for Terry Brakefield. The Black Cats look for anything here in this final 90 seconds in this first half. Hey, want to thank some sponsors. That's Shelter Insurance Agent Chuck Odell of Bonne Terre, Belgrade State Bank in Deloche, Farmington, and Potosi, Denny Motors in Farmington, and Number 9 Coffee in Leadington. Again, a minute 25 left to go in the half, and Fredericktown really trying to pick up the pieces. These final few minutes of this first half, have really kind of fallen apart on them here. We're maybe looking at a 2-score deficit, or maybe 3 at the most. Now trailing by 29. Play thrown out to the flat, looking for Derek Irby. Can't hang on. Terry Brakefield back in at quarterback for the Black Cats, and he comes up limping. And it looks like, well, we'll see if he stays on in. He is going to come back to the huddle, so he's good to continue, but it is going to be an incomplete pass. That time, Irby just unable to hang on.
Yeah, I think he just kind of maybe spun and rolled an ankle trying to get that ball out to the flat, and it looks like it didn't bother him too long as he's back out there as they're getting ready to line up at the pistol.
Bot Bill is the back. 2 wide receivers lined up to the left. You've got a tight end to the right. Handoff to Bot Bill on second down. He'll push his way through for 2. Third down and 7. Third down and 8. Incoming here. And I'd imagine if Fredericktown doesn't get the first down here, they're just going to let this clock run down as low as possible. Under a minute to go here in the first half, and Fredericktown really showing no urgency here.
Yeah, and they'll be the ones to get the ball back. I think, like you mentioned, I think this is just kind of damage control. Try to get a first down here. Try to get something going here. Is it that opening drive? Really, you kind of thought maybe Fredericktown had a good look in this ball game, and now it's kind of turned on its head. They need something to just kind of right the ship.
Handoff here. Mason Proffer on the end around, pushing it toward the left sideline. Stiff arms one man, now gets it up the left sideline. Another stiff arm to Brody Diaz before he shoved out of bounds around the first down marker. 28.8 on the clock. It looks like it is going to be fourth down. It'll be 4th down and 1 on the gain of 7 there for Proffer. Proffer tight end, but gets a couple carries here and there. Man, a couple hard stiff arms thrown there. But mission accomplished, I guess, for Central, as eventually you do push him out of bounds.
Yep, and Fredericktown's able to save that timeout if they're able to get a 4th down conversion here. Maybe try to get a look at the end zone before the first half clock runs out.
Shotgun formation for Terry Brakefield, trying to get Central to jump. They don't, not going to fall for it. A look back toward the sideline, and now we'll have a flag thrown. Did Fredericktown take a timeout? Yes, they did. It looks like Fredericktown going to take that final timeout, unfortunately with the clock stopped, but to avoid, oh, no, they're going to call the penalty. I thought, judging by the way Fredericktown had started walking over to the sideline, that they had taken that timeout. No, it's actually going to be a delayed game. So that 4th down and 1 turns into 4th and 6. But I guess kind of good news for Fredericktown. You still have that timeout if you need it, if you're able to turn out something here.
Yeah, I think you're looking for a big chunk play here. You're probably just trying to chuck it as far as you can and try to see if you can get yourself set up maybe for another couple heaves at the end zone.
Something to note, it is 4th down, so Central would get good field position if they don't convert. Throw across the middle, incomplete. Intended receiver was Caden Crump, but Central's going to get it here. 23 seconds Ball is going to be on the 41-yard line. So if you're the Rebels, do you really try to pour salt in the wound? Do you go for it here? Do you just see if Pig can turn out a little more magic with his receivers?
I wouldn't mind it. I think, you're still at the point now where as long as, you're smart with the ball, and they've got 2 timeouts. They can definitely try to work the sidelines a little bit. They don't necessarily have to try to chuck it at the end zone like we saw on the last drive, as I think Fredericktown's going to call that final timeout now.
They will. So both teams going to head off to the sideline. That'll be Fredericktown's final timeout here of the second quarter with 23.3 left on the clock. And the Rebels holding the football on the Fredericktown 40. We take a quick break. We'll come right back. Again, 29-0. Central leads Fredericktown here in Park Hills. It's high school football here on AM 1240 KFMO.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for trout fishing, barbecuing, underarching, fountain swimming, road tripping, and show me sing. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
Backfield alongside Pig. 23.3 on the clock. It's a quick screen thrown out to Fowler. Has trouble picking it up. Incomplete. 3 seconds off the clock. 20.4 remaining here in the half. I think Central has kind of shown their hand. They're going to try to move the ball down the field here a little bit. Maybe try to make it a 30-plus point game heading into the half.
Yeah, and they may try to work more side to side rather than trying to, just try to basically chuck it at the end zone a couple times. I think they're going to be very deliberate in how they attack here. I don't think they're looking to run up the score, but they are definitely going to be looking to move forward.
Pig looking to chuck one down the middle of the field. Has Foster. Ball is caught at about the 15-yard line. Cuts back to his left to the 5. Touchdown Central. Karis Foster with his 3rd touchdown of the day. This one is through the air. 40 yards to the house. And Central takes a 35-point lead now on Fredericktown pending this PAT. Central is just having all kinds of success deep today.
Yep, and that time it was just a nice route by Foster to kind of just plant himself in the middle of the Fredericktown defense, and a nice job by Brody Pig to find him and deliver a nice ball that gave him a chance to run after the catch and let Foster kind of do the rest as he was able to get the extra 15 basically from where he caught it to find the house.
Graff on to attempt the PAT. Another awkward hold, but Patterson does well to recover. Graff through the uprights. 36-0. Complete Vision Care brings you that extra point. They offer quality eye care, premium eyewear, and a customized visual solution for every patient. Locations in Leadington and Festus. The ideal choice for your medical eye care concerns, including dry eyes or other eye diseases. Another touchdown for Central, 36-0 with 11.4 left to go in the half. We'll come right back. You're listening to high school football right here on the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240 KFMO.
Look, a perfect sandwich symphony. Nothing could be better. Okay, it just got better.
No matter how you order McDelivery, right now get $5 off your entire order of $20 or more.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Brakefield going to return another. Actually, no, excuse me. That's Zach Botbill on the return. So he'll take it down the right sideline to about the 38. Tell you what, for all the struggles today the Black Cats have had, kickoff returns have not been one of them. Big return for Botbill this time. They have 4 seconds. We'll see what Fredericktown elects to do with that 4 seconds. But a 40-yard touchdown pass. Brody Pig to Karis Foster. Second touchdown pass of the day for Pig. Third touchdown overall for Foster. This Central offense has really been effective. They've found what works against this Fredericktown defense. Looks like Fredericktown is just going to get under center. Looks like they'll just go ahead and take the knee, and that'll take us into the locker rooms. First half, all Rebels. They lead 36-0 here at their home stadium here in Park Hills. And with that, we go ahead and move on into the Midwest Sports Center halftime report. We'll take ourselves a couple of minutes. We will come back, and of course, we'll have highlights, we'll have stats, we'll have more as well as we get you all locked in for the third and fourth quarters tonight. 36-0 Central. You're listening to high school football here on AM 1240 KFMO.
Struggling with your car but don't have a reliable shop? Wade's Auto Service is a complete maintenance and repair shop in the Parkland area since 2015. Locally owned and operated, Wade's Auto Service wants to be your first choice for all your auto service and repair needs. Plus, they offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile part and labor warranty. Trust Wade's Auto Service, 228 East Harrison Street in Farmington, or give them a call at 573-664-1302.
Shop, earn, redeem. You deserve it. With You Choose Rewards and your Ozarks Federal Debit MasterCard, you can earn points for the rewards you want most. Redeem your points for cash, merchandise, gift cards, or travel. Visit YouChooseRewards.com to register. Then use your Ozarks Federal Debit MasterCard to earn points. Stock up on groceries, order takeout, watch streaming services, gas up your vehicle, or upgrade your wardrobe, and redeem the points you earned for the rewards you want. The choices are endless. Ozarks Federal, the homeowners bank. Always loyal, always local. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, Jay from State Farm, check it out.
The old Fumble-Rooski. Or you can bundle home and auto and save money. The old Bundle-Rooski.
Ooh, that's a better play.
Plus, it's more fun to say. Bundle-Rooski.
Yeah.
Bundle-Rooski, Bundle-Rooski, Bundle-Rooski. Bundle-Rooski-doo. Try it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that.
Bundle and save with the personal price plan.
He can, though.
Well, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
For over 120 years, Gilster Mary Lee's products have been enjoyed in homes all across America. The grocery industry is essential and growing, and so is Gilster Mary Lee. As a private label grocery manufacturer, Gilster Mary Lee has a fleet of over 200 commercial tractors and 900 dry vans, and are currently hiring long-haul and regional company drivers. The loads are round trip, so drivers are home every week. If you're ready for a career with a company that's been in business for over a century, contact Mike Welker at 800-851-5371.
Hi, this is Trent Quiala, owner of Cornerstone Furniture Mattress located in Park Hills. Come in now and enjoy all of our top savings with all the top name brands. We have Smith Brothers, Ashley, Southern Motion, England, and many more. We have all the top name appliances as well. LG, GE, Frigidaire, Bosch, and we offer mattresses. We offer free delivery and setup with 0% financing. Come in now and see our perfect selection and our perfect piece for you. Let us turn your house into a home at Cornerstone Furniture Mattress, located on St. Joe Drive in Park Hills.
Everybody's going home, pool and spa.
Turn your backyard into paradise with Home Pools and Spas in Leadington. From in-ground pool installations, a durable liner, or sleek fiberglass design, to year-round pool and spa services. And the retail store is open all year long to help maintain your pool and spa. Trust Home Pools and Spas to make your backyard the ultimate retreat. Visit them today and they'll bring your vision to life. Home Pools and Spas, where paradise begins.
report in our broadcast games. Central and Fredericktown 36-0. I'm Jared Pettis, KFMO Sports Director, and Braden Cooley here in studio at Studio Central in Park Hills, Missouri, as we take you around the league and what's happening across the area with some out-of-town scores in Week 3. Starting in Farmington, where the Knights play the Poplar Bluff Mules. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. And the score is 28-6, Farmington with the lead. And they jumped out to that lead with 1 minute left in the first quarter and haven't taken the foot off the gas, if you will, in the second quarter, scoring 3 touchdowns. All on passes, except for the first one. Well, 11 minutes into the second, that was a rushing touchdown. It's 20-8 Farmington over Poplar Bluff. In St. Genevieve, Valley Catholic up at halftime, 28-7. A couple of big touchdowns for the Warriors, one of which being Evan Fowler, a 34-yard rushing touchdown on his birthday. With a 9-yard rushing touchdown as well, Evan Fowler with 2 rushing touchdowns. Potosi scored first, but it's been Valley Catholic since, 28-7. North County DeSoto are at the half, 7-0. Raiders lead Dragons. Noah Lashley with a 15-yard rushing touchdown. St. Genevieve shutting out Kennett at the half, 14-0. Jesse Shilley with a 22-yard rushing touchdown. 8 minutes to go in the first. Then 6 minutes later, Ethan Ottens with a 32-yard touchdown reception. Windsor trailing Festus, 35-0 at the half. Parker Perry for the Tigers, 10 of 10 passing, 185 yards, 3 touchdown passes. And Luante Williams, 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. Hillsboro leading Washington, 21-3 at half. And in our broadcast game, Central 36, Fredericktown 0. Out-of-town scoreboard check courtesy of Mineral Area Overhead Door at 1020 Woodlawn Drive just north of Farmington. They install garage doors, awnings, and patio covers, windows, fencing, and more. For a full list of services, visit mineralareadoor.com. That's what's happening outside of the area, plus our game tonight. Fredericktown trailing Central 36-0 at half. We'll have the first half highlights with Connor Harbit when we come back. You're listening to the Midwest Sports Center halftime report on AM 1240 KFMO.
Struggling with your car but don't have a reliable shop? Wade's Auto Service is a complete maintenance and repair shop in the Parkland area since 2015. Locally owned and operated, Wade's Auto Service wants to be your first choice for all your auto service and repair needs. Plus, they offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile part and labor warranty. Trust Wade's Auto Service, 228 East Harrison Street in Farmington, or give them a call at 573-664-1302.
Get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 from Little Caesars. Look at that buttery flavored garlic spread sprinkled with Parmesan. Try Crazy Crust for $6.99 for a limited time.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait! I need to mention how there's over a dozen toppings to choose from.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait, I want to reiterate how legit this Crazy Crust is. It's good. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait! Gotcha!
Big deals. These days, we all want our money to go just a little bit further. We also want to support local businesses. When you visit the Big Deals online store, you can do both. Shop anytime. The store is always open and loaded with great deals. Buy discounted gift certificates to local businesses and spend them just like cash. Visit online or download the Big Deals app to shop right from your phone. Shop local, buy local with Big Deals.
To save big, go to b104fm.com or kfmo.com and click on the Big Deals logo.
Whether you want to earn a transfer degree or need training to jumpstart your career, Mineral Area College is the place for you. MAC offers affordable tuition, dedicated instructors, vibrant campus life, and flexible classes, on campus and online. When you're at Mac, you can find a future, you can find a community, you can even find yourself. Apply online at mineralarea.edu.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them.
Hey, Ben.
Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most. To find your local agent, visit shelterinsurance.com.
Midwest Sports Center halftime report, 36-0 Central. They lead the Fredericktown Black Cats. How did we get here? We've got the highlights. Central, they got the ball after a turnover on downs, Fredericktown's first drive of the day. Central would immediately start making an impact offensively. First of all, the game's longest play of the game thus far, this 45-yard completion. Fowler sent in motion. Pig in shotgun formation, takes a snap, drops back to pass. Looking for the deep ball down the field, has grabbed. That ball is caught. He's past the 25 to the 20. Finally taken down at the Fredericktown 15-yard line. A big pitch and catch. Make it 47 yards. Naturally, I got the number wrong, but it was 45 yards on the play. That would set up Central's first touchdown of the game. This 2-yard rushing touchdown for Brody Pig. Second down and goal again from the 2. Super I formation once again. Pig going to try to force it in himself. Does he have the push from behind? A pile's going to form. No indication yet. Touchdown Central. A 4-minute drive. But Central finds their way through. Faced the third down. Able to find the deep pass down the right sideline. And from there, it's just a matter of moments before they punch it in for our game's opening score. After Central stonewalled Fredericktown once again, they found their next touchdown in pretty short order. This time, the first touchdown of the day for Karis Foster from 7 yards out. You've got Black and Foster, halfbacks in this Super I. Handoff to the deep back, it's Foster, somehow able to clear his way and score touchdown Central. Well, I'll tell you what, there was a huge pile of bodies, and somehow Foster stays upright, kind of dances his way in for the 6-yard score, 13-0 Central. Not the last time Foster would find the end zone in the first half, but in order to set up his second touchdown of the day, Central had to convert a 4th down and long. Convert they did. Pig dropping back, looking toward the left sideline, going toward the end zone, leaping up and making the grab. It's Brody Cole, first down Central. Well, just air it up and hope for the best, and that's exactly what Central did as Pig puts a dime into Brody Cole, and it's first down and goal for the Rebels. And that would put first down and goal from the 4-yard line. A couple plays later, it would be Foster, again, punching it in. Jumbo formation, Karis Foster gets the handoff, and he pushes his way in. Touchdown Central. Second touchdown run of the day for Foster, this time from 4 yards out. And the Rebels take a 3-score lead here in the first half. Brody Pig would then wind things up for the 4th touchdown of the game. A ball that maybe nobody in this stadium thought would find the hands of Devin Graff, but Graff somehow pulled it out. Pig sends a man in motion, takes a snap, looking toward the right sideline, just going to air it up into double coverage, and that ball is caught. Touchdown Central. How did Devin Graff come up with that football? Into double coverage. I'm going to be honest with you, Zach, it wasn't really the best choice, but somehow Graff is able to come up with that ball and fall into the end zone for a Rebel touchdown. Central would find one more touchdown in the first half. That was a 40-yard touchdown from Pig to Foster. Again, Foster's 3rd touchdown of the day. Pig's 3rd touchdown of the day himself. There you go. And that's how we got to where we are now, 36-0 at the end of the first half. Those are the highlights. We take another break, and when we come back, Zach's got stats for you from the half. Central's put up some pretty good numbers thus far. Again, 36-0. Central leads Fredericktown. Listen to high school football here on the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240, KFMO.
Transform your living spaces with
Shop, earn, redeem. You deserve it. With You Choose Rewards and your Ozarks Federal Debit MasterCard, you can earn points for the rewards you want most. Redeem your points for cash, merchandise, gift cards, or travel. Visit youchooserewards.com to register. Then use your Ozarks Federal Debit MasterCard to earn points. Stock up on groceries, order takeout, watch streaming services, gas up your vehicle, or upgrade your wardrobe, and redeem the points you earned for the rewards you want. The choices are endless. Ozarks Federal, the homeowners bank. Always loyal, always local. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Chris Morrison for your personal price plan today.
For over 120 years, Gilster Mary Lee's products have been enjoyed in homes all across America. The grocery industry is essential and growing, and so is Gilster Mary Lee. As a private label grocery manufacturer, Gilster Mary Lee has a fleet of over 200 commercial tractors and 900 dry vans, and are currently hiring long-haul and regional company drivers. The loads are round trip, so drivers are home every week. If you're ready for a career with a company that's been in business for over a century, contact Mike Welker at 800-851-5371.
Hi, this is Trent Quiava, owner of Cornerstone Furniture Mattress located in Park Hills. Come in now and enjoy all of our top savings with all the top name brands. We have Smith Brothers, Ashley, Southern Motion, England, and many more. We have all the top name appliances as well. LG, GE, Frigidaire, Bosch, and we offer mattresses. We offer free delivery and setup with 0% financing. Come in now and see our perfect selection and our perfect piece for you. Let us turn your house into a home at Cornerstone Furniture Mattress, located on St. Joe Drive in Park Hills.
36-0. The Rebels running game, it's working tonight. The passing game, it's working tonight. Pretty much everything the Rebels want to do is turning into points. And it's now time for your halftime stats. They're brought to you by Sam Sism Ford Lincoln, supporting our community since 1937. Zach, what do we got from this game so far?
Quickly, we'll look at the team stats. First for Central, they have 271 yards of total offense, 211 through the air, only 60 on the ground, averaging about 7 yards a play. And for Fredericktown, they have 75 yards of total offense, 22 yards through the air, 53 on the ground, average of 5 yards a play. So if you look at it by play, they've been able to move the ball, but just really have not been able to string many plays together past that first drive that kind of stalled out in the red zone. We'll look at your individual leaders now. First for Central, Brody Pig, 15 of 17 tonight, all 211 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns. Those receptions coming courtesy of Devin Graff, 2 of those for 75 yards and a touchdown. Karis Foster, 5 grabs for 55 yards and a touchdown. Brody Cole, 2 catches for 31 yards. Nick Fowler, 3 catches for 29 yards. August Black, 2 catches for 11 yards. And then rushing, Brody Pig is your leading rusher for Central, 7 carries, 27 yards and a touchdown. Karis Foster, 4 carries, 25 yards and a touchdown. Nick Fowler, 1 carry for 4 yards. August Black, 5 carries for 4 yards. And now we'll look at Fredericktown stats. Blake Terry Brakefield, 3 of 7 through the air. Kason Whitener, 0 for 1 with an interception. And Mason Proffer, 0 for 1 with an incompletion. That was nearly an interception for Chad Cosby. Receiving, Caden Crump, with 1 catch for 15 yards. Derek Irby, 1 catch for 9 yards. Caleb Feltz, 1 catch for -2 yards. And then on the ground, Blake Terry Brakefield, 2 carries for 20 yards. Zach Botbill, 8 carries for 18 yards. Mason Proffer, 2 carries for 14 yards. Kason Whitener, 1 carry for 1 yard. And those are your stats here at a 36-0 lead for the Central Rebels.
Again, your halftime stats are brought to you by Sam Sism Ford Lincoln, supporting our community since 1937. Shop local, where hundreds of makes and models come with a no cost to you forever warranty. Go online to SismFord.com or call 573-431-3177. So now go ahead and do it for the Midwest Sports Center halftime report. When we come back, it's time for the second half. We'll see what Fredericktown has in store as they try to mount a massive comeback, or we'll see if Central is able to extend upon this lead and really take some, well, even more forward momentum into week 4. Again, 36-0 our score. This has been the Midwest Sports Center halftime report. You listen to high school football on the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240 KFMO.
You've been listening to the Midwest Sports Center halftime report. Visit them for your next great adventure on the road, off the road, or in the water.
Everybody's going home, pool and spa.
Turn your backyard into paradise with Home Pools and Spas in Leadington. From in-ground pool installations, a durable liner or sleek fiberglass design, to year-round pool and spa services. And the retail store is open all year long to help maintain your pool and spa. Trust Home Pools and Spas to make your backyard the ultimate retreat. Visit them today and they'll bring your vision to life. Home Pools and Spas, where paradise begins.
Get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 from Little Caesars. Look at that buttery flavored garlic spread sprinkled with Parmesan. Try Crazy Crust for $6.99 for a limited time.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait! I need to mention how there's over a dozen toppings to choose from.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait, I want to reiterate how legit this Crazy Crust is. It's good. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait! Gotcha!
Big deals! These days, we all want our money to go just a little bit further. We also want to support local businesses. When you visit the Big Deals online store, you can do both. Shop anytime. The store is always open and loaded with great deals. Buy discounted gift certificates to local businesses and spend them just like cash. Visit online or download the Big Deals app to shop right from your phone. Shop local, buy local with Big Deals.
To save big, go to b104fm.com or kfmo.com and click on the Big Deals logo.
The second half here in Park Hills. Central High School, the site of our game of the week 3 of the high school football season. The Rebels of Central lead the Fredericktown Black Cats 36-0. Central, all kinds of offense in that first half. Fredericktown has really struggled to get much of anything tonight. Before we really dive into this second half, do want to go ahead and thank some more sponsors. Shelter Insurance Agent Chuck Odell of Bonne Terre, Belgrade State Bank in Deloge, Farmington, and Potosi, Denny Motors of Farmington, and Number 9 Coffee of Leadington. So, Zach, I asked before we really get started here in the second half, if you're Fredericktown, 36 points is a tough ask. Because not only do you have to score the points, you also have to keep Central from scoring any more. What should Fredericktown be focusing on in this second half?
I think you got to basically go back to what was working for you, which was on the ground. They were able to kind of make some creases and holes for their running, for basically Terry Brakefield and Botbill to kind of sneak their way through and try to knife ahead. And I think that's basically what you need. You just need to try to string plays together. We haven't, like I mentioned in halftime, we have not seen that since that opening drive of the first half. And then once basically they've kind of, turned the ball over on downs, they've, thrown an interception. Central's just been kind of able to capitalize on their mistakes. I think you got to try to limit that and try to keep possession of the ball as much as you can.
Very short kick and a fair catch called by Connor McMinn. Might have been a returnable ball. That might have been a direct order from the sideline. That might have been coach's orders even before that kick was even sent. And so Fredericktown takes over. First down and 10 on their own 29-yard line. Those first two lines, they're taught. If that ball comes to you, don't be a hero. Call fair catch. Make the play. You're getting good field position.
Yeah, me and Coach Steve Williams are on the same brain wave right now. Try to basically hang on to the ball. We need the ball to score any points. Don't, like you mentioned, don't be a hero. Just grab the ball and let's start our possession.
It is worth noting Connor McMinn is a skill player, as the first play from scrimmage for Fredericktown in the second half goes nowhere. Zach Botbill on the carry. He will lose, well, looks to be, wow, quite substantial, 3 yards. A loss here, second down and 13. Terry Brakefield does lead the team back out into the field for the first drive of this second half. Central going with their starters defensively as well. Again, the running clock rule is 35 after 4. So we've crossed that line, but Central need to hold on to it in the fourth if they want that running clock. Design screen play out to the left, but the ball is underthrown, looking for Caleb Feltz. It'll be third down and 13.
Yeah. And Terry Brakefield really had no window to try to get that ball to him, and as he was basically getting almost hammered by two different Central Rebels, he really had to let that ball go early.
Fun fact for you so far in this game, yet to see a punt tonight. But it is third and 13 deep in Fredericktown territory. Might we see our first if they're unable to convert here? Fredericktown did go for an ill-fated fourth down from the 40-yard line that led to Central's fifth touchdown, final touchdown of the first half. Terry Brakefield takes a snap, rolling out to his right. Ball is caught here by Mason Proffer. Lowers the shoulder as he's pushed out of bounds. He's going to be short of the first down marker, but again, if you're Fredericktown, you're going to face fourth and short. Well, do you go for it now? Do you try to get that 1 yard?
I mean, you've got nothing to lose. You might as well try. I don't think that Central would immediately try to score afterward like we've seen them do before, but you might as well, as that was a pickup of 11 to make it 4th and 2. That's definitely, going from 3rd and 13 to 4th and 2 is definitely a good start.
4th down and 2. Ball is on the Fredericktown 37. They need to get to the 39. It's shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers. Hand off to Proffer. No, Terry Brakefield keeps it himself. He gets the first down as he gains 5 on the play to the 42. And held on to that ball until the last possible moment. Decided to keep it himself and scurries up the middle for 5 yards. First down, Fredericktown.
Yeah, we really have not seen him call his own number on a run play since that first drive, like I mentioned. And I think that was just an element that they've been missing. They really have been kind of predictable, not really allowing Terry Brakefield to have a opportunity as he is shaking his hand out. I don't know what was going on there.
First down and 10 after moving the chains. Terry Brakefield in shotgun. This time he's going to roll out to his left. Going to find a gap up the middle. He wants to take it. He's going to be tackled around midfield. Gets into Central territory at about the 49-yard line for a gain of 9. Second down and 1. That was definitely a designed pass, but Terry Brakefield saw a huge gap open up in the middle and said, you know what? I'm going to drop it and run.
Yeah, absolutely. He saw the big open area kind of in the middle of the field, and he was able to make a couple guys miss and lower the shoulder and able to pick up a nice chunk of change there. And Fredericktown's starting to get a little bit of a drive going on.
Black Cats starting to move downhill a little bit. It'll be 2 wide receivers left, pistol formation. Terry Brakefield lined up 5 yards behind center. Hand off to the back. Looks like we got a new back, and that's a big hit. Silas Richardson laying that man out. Welcome to the game. Trying to get the number on that new back, but, well, all you can say is welcome.
That was John Norwood getting his first touch of the ball game, and like you mentioned, he got lit up as he was trying to find the hole and bring up a 3rd and 1 as Central not allowing the easy first down conversion there.
Norwood about 5'9", 160. He's a sophomore. You want to compare that to Silas Richardson, 6'5", 265. Bit of a size discrepancy there. 3rd down and 1. Other handoff to Norwood. No, the ball is fumbled, and Central falls on it. The handoff was botched between Terry Brakefield and Norwood, and Chad Cosby gets the football first to give the Rebels their 2nd forced turnover of the night.
Yep, and that was just a good job by Central to basically capitalize on the mistake as Terry Brakefield lunged at it, tried to grab it, and it was just out of his reach, and 2 Central linebackers were able to break into the backfield and able to fall on it, and Central's got good starting field position as it looks like we will see Braden Patterson make his debut into the ball game.
Braden Patterson going to take things over at quarterback. Something to note, the clock is running, by the way. So, looks like, with coach consent, we've already moved into running clock territory, already almost halfway through the 3rd quarter. So Braden Patterson, our first look at the senior. Awkward handoff there, new back in the game for Central as well. Bobbled a little bit, but bringing it down, Cooper Bess. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. So we're going to start to see some new names pretty much all over the field. Another skill player out there that we haven't seen yet. Brady Wells, junior running back. 4 wide receiver set. Patterson takes a snap. Quick pass on the out route. Ball caught by Brody McIntyre. Fighting, gets a few yards to about the Fredericktown 41. Gain of 5 on the play. It's 3rd down and 5.
And we've seen McIntyre make plays the last couple weeks, so we've seen these Rebels. And a nice little pickup here is that'll basically make it 3rd and manageable, and you'll have 2 plays to get the first down.
Another 4 wide receiver set. On one side, you've got Bess and McIntyre. Receiver over on the right side of the field. Got 1 man out there, that being... Now we'll hold that thought here as it's a handoff here to, a keeper for Patterson up the middle. He'll get a couple. It'll be 4th down and about along 4 here, along 3. First carry of the day for Patterson. You also have Ryder Kozemski into the ball game. He is one of your wide receivers. And also out there, well, still Brody Cole. We've seen him pretty much all night tonight. Patterson in shotgun, getting joined by the lone back. Another quick pass in the out route. That ball almost intercepted. Amos Basenda in the area. As I think there was a miscommunication there. Bess was looking to block his defensive back when he was actually the intended receiver on the play. We'll get an official's timeout. We are long past the 6-minute mark, but we'll take that water break here in the 3rd. 4:19 left to go in the 3rd. Central, they are facing, turnover on downs. It's Fredericktown who will have the ball when we come back. You're listening to high school football here on AM 1240 KFMO.
We're for the state of Missouri. We're for trout fishing, barbecuing, underarching, fountain swimming, road tripping, and show me sing. We're for people who would live here, people who won't, people who farm, and for people who don't. We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and if you're a Missourian, we're for you.
A friend is someone who knows where you came from. Someone who always shows up when you need them.
Hey, Ben.
Someone who's there for the good times and the challenging ones. With comprehensive insurance policies backed by award-winning customer service, Shelter Insurance is committed to being there when you need us most. To find your local agent, visit shelterinsurance.com.
For the Black Cats. I believe that was Zach Botville on the carry. He gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a 1-yard loss. We've got a running clock here in the 3rd quarter here at Central High School. 36-0 our score. Again, traditionally that running clock starts in the 4th, but if both coaches agree, it can start earlier. So we've been making our way through the 3rd in quick order here. Whitener takes a snap. He's going to look to chuck one down the left sideline. It's going to be a jump ball. Who's going to fall on it? Well, we get a flag on the play, but it's Caleb Feltz who comes up with a reception. But we have to see where the flag falls. That ball was thrown, that flag was thrown before the ball actually came down. They were definitely fighting for it, Feltz and Fowler. We're definitely going to see a pass interference, but the question is on whom?
I would lean toward defensive pass interference, but they may also just go with whoever was the one that caught that ball, as they were kind of fighting and shoving each other and trying to gain the upper hand. As that ball, both of them had to kind of come back on it. It was kind of a wobbly throw, and it stands right now as a gain of 23. Depending on the outcome of this penalty, as the officials are taking quite a long time to discuss this.
Well, might be doing one of our other officials a favor as he was tying his shoe. It's going to be offensive pass interference. And that's going to draw some boos from the other side of the field. The Fredericktown faithful making the trip. About a 30-minute drive from Fredericktown to Park Hills. They didn't like that call, and honestly, that was kind of a jump ball, and you don't really know what you get. And, of course, we up here in the booth can't really see down there very well, but not a huge fan of it.
Well, it almost kind of turns into like a rebounding situation in basketball where everybody's trying to get that front position, and Feltz was the one that was able to get in front of his man Fowler, and that's who they're going to call it on.
That's going to back him up here 10 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 21. 2nd down, 21. Ball on the 28-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go now in the third quarter. No scoring in this third. All of our scoring done today in the first couple quarters. Whitener takes a snap. He rolls out to his right, looking downfield. Heading off toward the sideline, trying to find his man Feltz. That ball is, well, that was Irby. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Hauled it in on the sideline. Nice play there by Irby to bring it on in. It's not going to be good enough for a first down, but they eliminate most of the penalty yardage then and then some. Get it all the way out to the 44-yard line. Gain of 16. And that sets up a 3rd and manageable. 3rd down and 5.
Well, they've got it as 4th down, partner.
Yeah, I see that.
I thought I saw the near side official signal that last play is 3rd down, so I'm not sure where we're standing right now.
We'll find out, I suppose. It's 5 yards to gain, though. Whitener going to tuck it and run. Tripped up, spins around, and is still on his feet. Now he's taken down. Quarterback sack. Central's going to get to him. And now we see, well, is it 1st down Central? Yes, it is. So, I guess it was loss of down as well. And it will be, well, now our officials are talking about it. I guess maybe trying to figure out whether it's going to be 1st down or not.
Color me stumped, partner, but I think they are flipping the field, so I believe it will be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, it will. So, well, won a game. I'm a little bamboozled, but anyway, it's going to be 1st down and 10. We'll just reset. We'll just kind of look away from the whole thing. 1st down and 10 for Central, ball on the Fredericktown 42, and it looks like Central doesn't even have an intention of running a play here. They've sent the whole team to the sideline. Now they're going to hustle out, maybe trying to figure out who should come out onto the field. They have 13 seconds to run a play. Nope, back to the sideline. That will be the 3rd quarter. So a little bit of a wacky 3rd quarter. Clock starts. Clock runs all the way down. No change in score from the half, but Central dominating performance in the first couple quarters, cruising toward that 3rd win. They lead Fredericktown 36-0. We're back in just a few moments with that final 12 minutes of play. You're listening to high school football here on AM 1240 KFMO.
Hungry for the best seafood in town? Look no further than Catfish Kettle in Farmington. Dive into golden crispy catfish, mouth-watering crab cakes, and savory grilled salmon, all made fresh and full of flavor. But that's not all. There's so much more to explore on their delicious menu, perfect for family dinners or a night out. Catfish Kettle has something for everyone. Come hungry, leave happy.
Catfish Kettle, over 37 years of great food, great service, and bad parking.
Otaki Lake KOA in Piedmont, and by Catfish Kettle in Farmington.
Brody Cole gets the first carry of the fourth quarter. Takes it for about 3 yards. Second down and 7 incoming. Ball on the Fredericktown 39-yard line. Central leads 36-0. The only question at this point, what's going to be the final margin of victory? Central wants to add a little bit more. Pass out to the left. Ball is caught. On the reception, Cooper Bess for another modest gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Connor Harbit, Zach Pipkin on the call here today. Up top, Jay Sodal and Joel Booyer. Back in studio, Jared Pettis and Braden Cooley. I'm surprised I haven't messed that up yet this season. Trips to the right. On 3rd and 2, design keeper here for Patterson. Weaves his way through into the second line and gets taken down at about the 25 for a gain of 9 and a Central first down.
And we talked earlier in the preseason, Braden Patterson maybe known as a little bit of a better thrower than Brody Pig, and Pig maybe more the mobile quarterback, but Patterson did a good job to find the open lane and get a new set of downs for the Rebels here as the clock continues to tick as we're about 10.5 left to go in this game.
Shotgun for Patterson. Again, trips to the right, one wide receiver left. Ball thrown out to the flat. It's McIntyre who takes it forward. Into the red zone he goes. For Fredericktown is finally able to get him down at about the 19-yard line. Gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Get some whistles, and we've got a hurt Black Cat down on the field. So a player hurt for Fredericktown. That'll stop the clock here at 10:12 left to go here in this fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break and come right on back. Actually, we'll send it to the studio. Jared, what do you have for us?
Yes, you will send it here. Washington and Hillsboro. The Hawks looking to get back into the win column. They're into the fourth quarter. It just started 21-9. Hawks lead Blue Jays. Festus up on Windsor. That game nearing conclusion. They're in running clock time, I guess you could say. 49-0 Tigers. St. Genevieve leading Kennett. The Indians get on the board with a 49-yard passing touchdown to Nelson Felix. 21-8 Dragons lead. 2-point conversion good. DeSoto and North County tied up into the fourth, 7-all. Valley Catholic up on Potosi, 35-7. Farmington leading Poplar Bluff, 35-6. And our broadcast game, 36-0. Back to you guys.
Braden Patterson on the keeper coming off the Fredericktown injury. He's got some more yardage. He's inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. Gain of 14 for Patterson. And Central's got first down and goal. First down and goal from the 6. Under 10 to go here in the fourth. By the way, the injured Black Cat, that was linebacker Paxton Burns. The sophomore was able to get off to the sideline without really any more assistance. But Central looking to add their first score of the second half. Man set in motion. Patterson will hand it off. It's McIntyre falling forward. Almost finds his way into the end zone, but he will be a couple yards shy. He will be credited with 4 on the play. Second down and goal here from the 2.
Second and goal.
Now quickly line up here. Patterson. Wells in the backfield. Patterson sending a man in motion. Another handoff to McIntyre, trying to get him into the end zone. Hesitates for about a second, and that's going to keep him out of the end zone this time. Still shy. It's going to be 3rd down and goal here from still the 2. They're trying to get him in. A couple plays back-to-back on the end around. See if they run it again. Patterson, shotgun formation once more. This time, going to just give it to Patterson. Patterson will fight his way in. Touchdown, Central. So it's the senior QB who finds pay dirt instead. He's got the 2-yard touchdown run. Central leads 42-0.
A nice, efficient drive by the second team offense for Central, and really nothing fancy. Couple of screen passes and some big runs there by Patterson. Not afraid to call his own number in this kind of late in the ball game, and was able to find the end zone himself.
PAT brought to you by Complete Vision Care, locations in Ludington and Festus. It's through. Graph remains perfect on the night. 43-0. Clock continues to run as we move our way through the fourth quarter. Again, 2 yards for Braden Patterson. 43 Central, Fredericktown nothing. You're listening to high school football right here on AM 1240 KFMO.
you can't be bothered to fuss with being your own barista, McDonald's McCafe has every cup to make a busy day delicious. With any size for the same price, get a premium roast coffee for $1.69, iced coffee for $2.29, and specialty coffee for $3.29. Don't stress over the mess of making it yourself, whether you like things simple with a premium roast coffee or sweet with an iced caramel macchiato. We'll do the coffee crafting for you, any way you like.
Two yards for Braden Patterson. He finds the end zone for the first time today. Central leads 43-0. The clock continues to wind down here in the fourth quarter. Under 7 to go. Again, we are under running clock rules. It's time for your upcoming broadcast schedule, brought to you by McDonald's with locations in the Parkland. We've got another full week next week. 5 broadcast days. That starts on Monday. We get a low line drive kick. It's going to be fielded by Bottville. Still having trouble finding it. Just going to have to fall on it about the 21-yard line. That's where Fredericktown will take over. If you're listening in from Fredericktown tonight, make sure you tune in on Monday as well. We've got more Lady Black Cats softball. We'll be making our way down to Fredericktown. They are at home hosting the Farmington Knights. On Tuesday, you've got volleyball. More Fredericktown. How about it? Fredericktown is traveling to Arcadia Valley. Then on Wednesday, fall softball once again. It's Cape Notre Dame down to Bonne Terre to take on North County, or should I say up to Bonne Terre to take on North County. Thursday, we've got MAC volleyball. The Lady Cardinals are taking on Lakeland at home. Again, listen in on KFMO Sports Plus with Jared Pettis on the call. And then Friday, our Week 4 matchup. That will be St. Genevieve and Potosi. That game will be again played in Potosi, starting with the KFMO Sports Tailgate Show, fueled by McDonald's at 6 p.m. The pregame show will start at 6:30, and then, of course, we'll have kickoff around 7 for that one. So, again, that's your upcoming broadcast schedule, brought to you by McDonald's with locations in the Parkland. Hungry from the excitement of the game? Stop by your local McDonald's and pick up a Big Mac or some chicken McNuggets and a soft drink. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Here's a bad snap. Case and Whiten are going to have to dive on it. It was 2nd down and 2. It's going to be 3rd down and a little bit more than that after the botched snap. By the way, I've been told by my man in Studio Central, it will not be Jared on the call for that one. Apologies. But make sure you still tune in for MAC Lady Cardinal Volleyball next Thursday. Again, they host Lakeland on KFMO Sports Plus. Whoever you tune into, it'll be a good one. Whether that be softball, volleyball, football, it's all good here on AM 1240 KFMO as we'll get your water break here midway through the fourth quarter. We'll go ahead and take ourselves a quick timeout as well. Again, 4:54 to go, 43-0. Central leads Fredericktown. Listen to high school football here on AM 1240 KFMO.
Struggling with your car but don't have a reliable shop? Wade's Auto Service is a complete maintenance and repair shop in the Parkland area since 2015. Locally owned and operated, Wade's Auto Service wants to be your first choice for all your auto service and repair needs. Plus, they offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile part and labor warranty. Trust Wade's Auto Service, 228 East Harrison Street in Farmington, or give them a call at 573-664-1302.
You are watching high school football,
high school
on
football
KFMO
on
Sports
KFMO
Live.
Sports Live. Watching high school football on KFMO Sports Live.
A lot of pressure. Jukes back to the right where he's taken down at about the 27. Or, excuse me, how about the 22? It'll be 4th down here for Fredericktown. 4:35 left to go here in the fourth quarter under running clock rules. 43-0. Central leads. Connor Harbit, Zach Pipkin on the call. Up top, Jay Sodal and Jewel Booyer. And back in studio, Jared Pettis and Glenn Barry. And I found out I will be on the call next Thursday for MAC Volleyball, so make sure to join me on KFMO Sports Plus. That'll be my MAC Lady Cardinals volleyball debut.
Look at you go, partner.
Look at me go. Always a fun time. Of course, we do a lot of volleyball, high school, college level. It's all fun. Saw Potosi a couple times this season. A few other teams as well, as we're going to get a whistle and a timeout taken here by Fredericktown. We're going to keep it right here through this timeout. Again, timeout taken by Fredericktown. And if you're Central here, Zach, and if you're Coach Swice, we kind of knew Central was the team favorite in this matchup, and we kind of knew the history of the two teams. Is this what we expected from this game maybe all along? We said it was going to be a good one, but obviously Central, they've just been overwhelming today in several ways.
Yeah, and I think Corey Schweiss, obviously, there were some penalties in the drives that they eventually did score on anyway. I think he would still probably not be super thrilled about that, but they definitely looked a lot better this week than they probably have the last couple of weeks, as we've got players and trainers out on the field, I believe.
Yeah, we got the trainer heading across the field to go check on a Fredericktown player, or at least heading over to the Fredericktown side. We'll let her clear the field before we get back to it. It is 4th down, and, well, for the first time today, we're going to see a punt.
You spoke it into existence, partner.
Fredericktown looking to punt it. 4th down and 8 here, ball on the 23-yard line. 2 punted away. It looks like that is Blake Terry Brakefield. It's a low line drive punt, fielded by McIntyre about the 41-yard line. Starts moving to his right, tries to cut back to his left. Unfortunately, that is right where Connor McMinn was waiting for him. He's wrapped up and taken down after about a return of 4 yards. I think he was better served just maybe kind of moving toward that right sideline. I think he thought that there was nobody there when, in fact, there was somebody there.
Yeah, it's always difficult whenever you're trying to basically field the ball off the ground rather than up and then look forward. I think he maybe thought the footsteps were a little further away than they actually were, as everybody's going to take their time getting up and ready for this next Central possession.
And before we get on to that next Rebel possession, it's back to the studio. Jared.
Connor in DeSoto. The Dragons take the lead with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 13-0. Miss on the 2-point conversion. Kick return for North County. Jesse Johnson, 45 yards to the house. PAT good. Raiders lead. That was a minute later. 14-13. Back to you guys.
Great one brewing there over in DeSoto. As we get back to it here, Braden Patterson, another new quarterback into the game here for Central, but it's a bad snap. More mishandled. A little low there. New QB into the game. Quentin Walter, listed on the roster as a wide receiver, hitting that Drew Brees, college-ish, number 21 out there. There's a reference for you. I know I'm a little bit older than everybody.
I'm thinking of Sam Horn from Mizzou.
Oh, yeah,
this
also
past
Sam
year.
Horn, who, of course, is out for the season, in case you didn't already know. Bo Pribula, the quarterback for the Tigers, moving forward. Handoff here on 2nd down. Able to shake off one would-be tackler before he fights his way. Well, still going to lose plenty of yardage here, but another new player in for Central. How about Quincy Walter? Walter will lose a few, and it's going to be 3rd down and a long, long way to go. Under 2 to go. Again, Central improved to 3-0 on the season. Fredericktown will fall to 0-3. Central will look ahead to week 4 and try to continue on with this early season success. Very similar to what they had last year, maybe with a little bit less drama this year. What with the big win here tonight over Fredericktown. Ball thrown, threw it behind his man. Intended receiver on that play. That was Eli Roper, who is listed as a quarterback, but playing wide receiver. Wide receiver on the roster, throwing to a quarterback on the roster. Something. I don't have a joke for this one. But it is going to be 4th down. And it looks like Central will go ahead and punt for their first time today. We had to wait a while for the punting fans in the listening audience tonight, but we're going to get a couple of them here at the end.
Pat McAfee would be very disappointed in this ball game.
We've had a couple opportunities where there should have been punts, but Fredericktown kind of rolling the dice. Didn't quite work out for the Black Cats today. Central, of course, they've been mostly effective. Here's a snap way over the head of the punter, and we're not going to get a punt after all, as he'll fall on it about the 4-yard line. However, we'll see if Fredericktown gets a playoff. They'll have it 1st down and goal. And we're going to get a timeout, I believe, taken here by Fredericktown. So I think Fredericktown wants to try it here. They have the ball in 1st down and goal on the 6. Try to put some points up on the board here because there is a little bit at stake. We talk about districts and whatnot, the point system. You want to make sure you can score if you have an opportunity to do so. And that's exactly what Fredericktown's going to try to do here.
Absolutely. Both teams going to be in Class 3 District 1 together. And we never really got the chance to talk about this, partner, but Class 3, the districting was very peculiar. You have Central and Fredericktown and Potosi, 3 coverage teams grouped with Dexter, Donovan, Kennett, and Scott City, who is also co-opting with Chaffee. So that's an interesting district. And then in District 2, you have Herculaneum, John Burroughs, Lift for Life, Lutheran South, Normandy, St. Genevieve, and Valley Catholic. Obviously, St. Gen Valley may have made a little bit more sense with those teams down south, but I don't question Misha. I just look at their website, and that's what they said Class 3 should be.
Misha is a mystery. First down and goal again from the 6. Fredericktown under center. Another new quarterback into the game here. It's a handoff. John Norwood fighting his way up the middle. He will end up a little bit short. Does cross the 5 to about the 4. Central at home next week. Homecoming. They'll be taking on St. Dominic. And Fredericktown's got another tough team ahead. Valley Catholic. Snap is dropped. Quarterback picks it back up. New quarterback into the game for Fredericktown. But that'll be the final play of the game. So ultimately, Central pitches a shutout. They defeat the Fredericktown Black Cats 43-0 behind 36 first half points here tonight. So here's what we'll do for the post game. Of course, we will take ourselves a break as we always do. We will come back. Zach and I will wrap things up, and then we will send it back to studio where Jared Pettis will be ready to join you for the Cornerstone Furniture Mattress post-game show. But again, your final score here tonight, Central all over the Black Cats, 43-0. You're listening to high school football here on the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240, KFMO.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Chris Morrison for your personal price plan today.
Hi, this is Trent Quiava, owner of Cornerstone Furniture Mattress located in Park Hills. Come in now and enjoy all of our top savings with all the top name brands. We have Smith Brothers, Ashley, Southern Motion, England, and many more. We have all the top name appliances as well. LG, GE, Frigidaire, Bosch, and we offer mattresses. We offer free delivery and setup with 0% financing. Come in now and see our perfect selection and our perfect piece for you. Let us turn your house into a home at Cornerstone Furniture Mattress, located on St. Joe Drive in Park Hills.
Everybody's going home, pool and spa.
Turn your backyard into paradise with Home Pools and Spas in Leadington. From in-ground pool installations, a durable liner, or sleek fiberglass design to year-round pool and spa services. And the retail store is open all year long to help maintain your pool and spa. Trust Home Pools and Spas to make your backyard the ultimate retreat. Visit them today and they'll bring your vision to life. Home Pools and Spas, where paradise begins.
Get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 from Little Caesars. Look at that buttery flavored garlic spread sprinkled with Parmesan. Try Crazy Crust for $6.99 for a limited time.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait! I need to mention how there's over a dozen toppings to choose from.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait! I want to reiterate how legit this Crazy Crust is. It's good. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
But wait! Gotcha!
Big deal. These days, we all want our money to go just a little bit further. We also want to support local businesses. When you visit the Big Deals online store, you can do both. Shop anytime. The store is always open and loaded with great deals. Buy discounted gift certificates to local businesses and spend them just like cash. Visit online or download the Big Deals app to shop.
Where they turn your house into a home. The Cornerstone Furniture and Mattress post-game show on AM 1240 KFMO. Welcome to the Cornerstone Furniture and Mattress post-game show. Cornerstone Furniture and Mattress in Park Hills offers a wide selection of mattresses, couches, dining tables, and more. Transform your living spaces with Cornerstone Furniture and Mattress, where they turn your house into a home. The Cornerstone Furniture and Mattress post-game show on AM 1240 KFMO.
Braden Cooley holding it down. And Ultimately, Zach, this game, Central just overwhelming. They had pretty much the offense going in several different ways today, whether it was the kind of power running game today, their east-west game was working very well, and then something we didn't necessarily see last week, the deep ball. It was very encouraging, I think, to see Brody Pig do what he was able to do today in that Central offense.
Absolutely, and I think they needed kind of a get-right game. Basically, Flush last week, even though you won that game, that was probably not their most, productive performance. That game was probably closer than it probably should have been. No disrespect to Jefferson, but Central, whenever you turn the ball over 4 times, not including 2 turnover on downs, so a total of 6. I mean, that's 6 possessions that they could have scored, and they were able to move the ball last week. But this week was, a completely different animal. They were able to really string together different drives, both running and passing. And this week it was mostly through the air. Brody Pig came out and had a really solid game, a really kind of bounce back game from last week, where he was, he lost a couple of fumbles, threw a couple of interceptions. I think this was a good bounce back win for Central. And if you're Fredericktown, there were flashes. I mean, they were able to move the ball up and down the field a little bit, but once that first drive kind of stalled out with the holding penalty, it was just kind of one cascading mistake into another. And Central, that's a team that you just cannot afford to have those mistakes with.
One of the things I liked about Central today, for note, is the fact that it wasn't necessarily the same heroes from last week's game that really stepped up today. Last week, it was guys like August Black who were able to come through with the big plays. Devin Graff, although you could say he also came through this week, he didn't have quite the same amount of receptions, I guess would be the right way to say it. But this week, you had guys like Pig. Karis Foster had himself a great game here today. Brody McIntyre put up some numbers. Brody Cole put up some numbers. It's very encouraging, I'm sure, for Coach Schweiss to see that multiple guys can be the guy. It was overall just a great win for Central tonight. We'll go ahead and start our post-game activities. First with your Cornerstone Furniture Matrix. We'll get to that in just a second. Let's start with your final game stats. They're brought to you by Sam Sisson Ford Lincoln, supporting our communities since 1937. And of course, as always, with the stats, Zach, what do you have?
First, we'll look at team stats real quick. Central, 310 yards of total offense, 228 through the air, 82 yards on the ground, average of 5.8 yards per play. Fredericktown, 109 yards total offense, 49 yards through the air, 60 on the ground, 5 yards a play. And we'll look at individual stat leaders. Brody Pig finished 15 of 17 for 211 yards and 2 touchdowns. He was also the leading carrier on the night for Central, 7 carries for 27 yards. Brayton Patterson came in 3 of 4 for 17 yards. He also came in and rushed the ball 4 times for 25 yards and a touchdown. And then we'll look at your receiving leaders. Devin Graff, 2 catches for 75 yards and a touchdown. Karis Foster, 5 catches, 55 yards and a touchdown. Brody Cole, 2 catches for 31 yards. Nick Fowler, 3 catches for 29 yards. Brody McIntyre, 2 catches for 12 yards. August Black, 2 carries for 11 yards. Cooper Best, 1 catch for 5 yards. Karis Foster on the ground also, 4 carries, 25 yards, and 2 scores, so 3 touchdowns on the night for number 11 in red. Brody McIntyre, 2 carries for 5 yards. Nick Fowler, 1 carry for 4 yards. August Black, 5 carries, 4 yards. Really contained August Black tonight. And, we talked about it earlier, but really it wasn't necessarily needed tonight in this ball game. A lot of other options for Central to use. Brody Cole, 1 carry for 3 yards. Cooper Best, 1 carry for 0 yards. And then for Fredericktown, Terry Brakefield finished 5 of 10 for 49 yards. And those receptions coming courtesy of Derek Irby. 2 catches for 25 yards, 1 catch, 15 yards for Caden Crump, 1 catch for 11 yards for Mason Proffer, 1 catch for -2 yards for Caleb Feltz. Kason Whitener was 0 for 1, as well as Mason Proffer on the wide receiver pass. He was 0 for 1 as well. Rushing the ball, Blake Terry Brakefield led the way, 4 carries for 34 yards. Zach Botbill, 10 carries for 14 yards. Mason Proffer, 2 carries for 14 yards. John Norwood, 2 carries for 3 yards. Kason Whitener, 4 carries for -8 yards, one of those being a bad snap late in that ball game. And then 2 carries for 3 yards for Jashawn Russell.
All right, those are your final game stats. They're brought to you by Sam Sisson Ford Lincoln, supporting our community since 1937. Shop local, where hundreds of makes and models come with a no cost to you, forever warranty. Go online to SissonFord.com or call 573-431-3177. Now we can go ahead and move on into our Cornerstone Furniture Mattress play of the game. This one, pretty easy choice. I mean, Central did have 6 touchdowns tonight, but I think the best one was easily this 30-yard touchdown pass from Brody Pig to Devin Graff. The touchdown we didn't see coming. This your Cornerstone Furniture Mattress play of the game. Pig sends a man in motion, takes a snap, looking toward the right sideline, just going to air it up into double coverage, and that ball is caught. Touchdown Central. How did Devin Graff come up with that football? Into double coverage. I'm going to be honest with you, Zach. It wasn't really the best choice, but somehow Graff is able to come up with that ball and fall into the end zone for a Rebel touchdown. Yeah, give Devin Graff his flowers. It was an amazing catch here tonight. That's your Cornerstone Furniture Mattress play of the game. Located on St. Joe Drive in Park Hills, transform your living spaces with Cornerstone Furniture and Mattress. Explore a wide selection of mattresses, couches, dining tables, bedroom furniture, and more. Cornerstone Furniture and Mattress, where they turn your house into a home. And with that being said, one more thing to do on our end, and that is hand out our free pizza, our Little Caesars Pizza player of the game. Today, got to go with the QB, Brody Pig. What a game he had here tonight. Put up some big numbers. Didn't see him much in that second half, but of course, he did pretty much all the work he needed to in the first half here today. He goes 15 of 17 for 211 yards. That's an average of 14 yards per completion, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions here tonight. And again, no turnovers here today for Brody Pig. He had 4 of them last week. This was a get-right game for Pig. Looked very good, not only on the ground, but through the air here today. Brody Pig, he's our Little Caesars Pizza player of the game. Little Caesars, get a classic hot and ready large pizza from Little Caesars in Farmington. Choose from a pepperoni, sausage, or cheese pizza for just $6.99 or a large thin crust pepperoni for just $7.99. Available all day, every day at Little Caesars in Farmington. So, tell you what, Jared, we're going to keep it right here because I see Coach Schweiss making his way on up here. So, rather than me have to run him down, we're just going to let him come on up here and talk to him here as, again, Zach goes down to find Pig to get him his pizza here today. But just a reminder as well, Pig 15 to 17, 211 yards, and no turnovers today, and 2 very stellar touchdown passes. So joining me now is the head coach of the Central Rebels, Coach Corey Schweiss. And Coach, this year a little less drama in the game between these two teams. Your team came out hard, your team came out fast, and pretty much put this one away early on. Give me some thoughts on today's game and how you thought the boys performed.
Well, I thought we started out a little sluggish on both sides of the ball, honestly. Offensively, I thought, we did a lot of things not real good on that first drive, but we were able to still end up getting it in the end zone. And then on defense, I thought we gave up a lot of yards on that first drive. We may have given up more yards on the first drive than we did the rest of the game. So didn't think the start was particularly good, but we rebounded, and I thought the kids ended up playing pretty well.
Talk about Brody Pig today, and again, I know football's an 11-player game, and a lot of things have to go right, but you take a player who turned the ball over 4 times last week. This week, 15 to 17, 211 yards, a couple touchdown passes, and a touchdown on the ground as well. Stellar outing here for Pig, and that's got to do wonders for the confidence moving forward.
Yeah, he had a good game tonight. It was a good rebound game. I thought he played well week 1. Thought he kind of took a step backwards last week and played really well tonight. I thought, he could do probably a few things better pre-snap. Still, obviously he's got a lot to learn still, but for a third varsity start, I'd say 15 to 17 is pretty good. Throwing for a couple, running for 1, but most important thing, he didn't turn the ball over tonight. And so big point of emphasis this week, and he did well with that.
Had a lot of assistance as well from the wide receivers tonight. Karis Foster, Devin Graff with an amazing grab there for that 30-yard score. Had a lot of great plays today from the receivers too, and when the kind of quarterback and wide receivers are able to sync up like that, it can do some damage.
Yeah, our receiving core looked really good tonight. Like Brody Cole made a great catch on a 4th down play early in the game. We're getting the ball to those guys and they're making plays. Nick was probably the one that probably didn't make as many plays as the rest of them tonight, and he may be our best one, or one of the best ones, and he made a great interception. So, our receiving core had a really good game tonight, probably better than what most of us anticipated coming into the season. And if they can do that and Brody can continue to throw it, it's really going to make us a little bit harder to defend, which obviously is a good thing. I didn't think our offensive line particularly played too well tonight. I like to give my offensive line a lot of credit, but I'm also going to tell them when they don't do well. And I thought out of the three games, this was our worst play at the offensive line spot. And to still go up put up 43 points says something about something. But we've got to get better up front. I think they they know they're better than what they played tonight. We showed them a lot of stuff at halftime that wasn't real good. So we'll get back to the drawing board on that, but I'm real confident with our offensive line. I think those guys are really good, and I just think they kind of had an off night tonight.
We saw a lot of players, a lot of new players in at the end of that game, maybe kind of some of that second string. Is it nice to be able to get them in at the end of a varsity game just to kind of keep getting that experience?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, that's 2 games out of the first 3 that we were able to do that. And I didn't, honestly, coming into the season, I didn't know if we were going to be able to do that very much this year. So that's been nice to see those younger kids get in, because I do think we have some talented younger kids. They didn't get to really show it as much tonight as they did week 1, but they had a really good JV game this week. So hopefully Monday they put together another good JV game. And some of those guys that are playing on JV nights, Rodney Greenwald tonight, number 84, he ended up having to step in when Dakota Bowers got hurt, and ended up having a pretty good game at outside linebacker. And somebody's going to have to step in at the offensive line for Dakota. But I do have confidence in quite a few of those guys. So I think, we hate to lose Dakota. Hopefully it's nothing real serious. It doesn't look real good right now, but we'll be praying for him for sure, and hopefully he'll be back with us, because we would miss him just as much from a captain standpoint. Really, I mean, we'd miss him on the field a ton too, but he brings a lot more to us than just what he does on the field.
Next week, back here at home, it's homecoming for your Rebels, taking on St. Dominic. Have you gotten a chance to check out St. Dominic? What do you see from them this season?
Yeah, I've looked at them a little bit. They're a talented team. We know that. We went up there to them last year, and they handled us pretty good. So it's a good Class 6 private school. So getting them on our homecoming. We haven't lost a homecoming game in a long time. So I was hoping maybe laying them on homecoming. We'll put our best foot forward next week and see what happens.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Coach. We always appreciate it. We'll see you down the road.
Thanks a lot.
Again, that was head coach Corey Schweiss of the Central Rebels. His team wins out tonight to improve to 3-0 on the season, 43-0. So now we'll go ahead and wrap up my portion of the Cornerstone Furniture Mattress post-game show. We'll take a short break, and we'll take it on back to the studio. Jared will take you the rest of the way. But for my partner, Zach Pipkin, I am Connor Harbit. Hope you enjoyed listening to this one as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you here tonight. Until next time, you've been listening to High School Football here on the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240, KFMO.